I know why you clicked on this video. You want answers. Can you beat Zenlezz Zone Zero with only one character? That means no more than one character per mission and no bang boos either. We respect bang boo rights and count them as characters. Another thing, this is my first time playing through the game, which will make things that much more fun. The game starts with a comic book intro and some sick ass animations before giving me my first character. Anbi Damara. We go through a little tutorial telling me how to left click and press E. I don't know where I would be without it. And then we meet Billiam the child. I can use his government because we're tight like that.
Question. Who would you most like to have dinner with?
Oh, it's gotta be Jay-Z. I'd even pay 500k for it, that's all I'm saying. And this is where we run into our first roadblock. I'm forced to have two characters in my party. Challenge over. I wouldn't be making this video if that was actually the case. To be faithful to the challenge, whenever I am in a mission which forces me to have multiple characters in my squad, I have to use the first character I spawn in on. And outside of this tutorial section where I'm forced to learn about all these days and chain attacks and switches and assists, the rules are simple. I can't use any of the switch moves or swap characters, and if I ever do use them, accidentally, I have to restart the fight instantly. Pretty fair if you ask me, says the guy in charge of the rules. I very pathetically beat up this first pseudo boss, which is still technically part of the tutorial, and move on to the game proper. But before I can start my first mission, I'm given a choice: casual mode or challenge mode. And I don't know why I'm trying to make a big deal out of this. Obviously we pick challenge mode. The word is literally in the title.
Okay. Right, little one. Off you go then.
Yes, mommy. On my way to commit a murder. Hey, yo, who gave me a bomb? Now remember when I said every time I use any of the switch moves I have to restart? Here's a montage. Credit where it's due. The combat is designed quite well. It's very intuitive and flows super well with each other. Too well! To the point it is, no joke, mechanically harder to play the game on optimally. Every time a switch move comes up, I need to cancel it by pressing middle mouse, and since I'm still learning the game, it's hard to gauge when they will pop up at times. And I'm also like haha hee 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 spamming left click big punch no brain, so it's partly my fault. Well, what do I mean partly my fault? It's 100% my fault. No one else is playing the game for me, are they? I'm gonna skip a lot of this tutorial stuff where it just explains the game to me and skip to more interesting gameplay. But first, there is a dog selling motherfucking scratch cards. That has to be illegal. If there was a dog whose whole job was to enable my gambling, I would have a severe gambling addiction. I'm not joking.
Say, what you saying, huh?
I got some mail, and the inhumane bastard over at DPD shoved a little girl in my mailbox. Corin Wicks. This little girl is the GOAT. I'll start using her more after chapter 1 and she's gonna be carrying my ass through this game, and I'll explain why she's so good for this challenge specifically when that comes up. I'm just doing a little Chekhov's gooning right now. And of course, this is a gacha game, so I did some gacha gaming. My first 10 pull, I got a bunch of W's in the chat engines, which are essentially this game's version of weapons, and a second copy of Anbi. Pulling duplicates of characters makes them stronger up to 6 times, and this process is called Absolute Cinema. I respect the name, and I respect the reward, which gives you a naked picture of the character if you get all 6. And I looked them up and oh my lord.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
I do not know who Grace is, but she has her whole grippers out. Just like that. I was about to say for free, but it will cost you a lot of money to actually get them grippers. So very much not for free, but still? Kinda cringe that Ben Bigger gets no fan service at all. Come on guys, as a Baldur's Gate 3 player, I wanna see that bear naked. I think I'm getting very distracted from the challenge challenge. I was given some commissions to do, so let's do them. I leveled up Nicole Demara to level 4, because that's all my bro cars could afford. I had to fight a couple waves of monsters with a mini boss at the end. And since I can't use switch attacks or other characters, what can I even do? I can auto attack, I can use skills, and I can use ultimates. But I also have one more special thing in my arsenal. Dodge counters. You get access to a very typical dodge roll. You press the button, dash forward a little and get some invulnerability frames. But there is also a mechanic called the perfect dodge. If you perfect dodge an attack, e.g. dodge at the last second, you can perform a dodge counter which does significant damage and gives you even more invulnerability frames during the attack. It's very akin to parrying in other games. There's no cooldown on these attacks either, so you can consistently use them for more DPS and more survivability. This entire run basically relies on them, so I'm always looking for characters with good dodge counters because, let me tell you, they are for sure not all made equally. And oh my god, that was very fucking close. Not clean at all, not pretty, not very demure, dirty and ugly in fact, but hey, got the job done. Nicole and the gang show up in my parking lot and tell me it is story time. So I lock in a level 10 Nicole and begin fighting my way through the hollow. You'll see a lot of Nicole early game because she has range, which means mistakes are harder to punish and helps me learn the game. And it helps a lot that a lot of these early fights are weak to ethereal, which is an extra 20% DPS that I will not refuse. The goal of this mission is to navigate the hollow and find a strongbox guarded by a Dullahan, which is my first proper story boss encounter. As always, we gotta start off with killing a few waves of pissed enemies and then...
I didn't disconnect. I got kicked off. The connection between the HDD and the hollow was severed.
Oh no, that's not good. Try turning it off and back on again.
There's one more thing we can try. Reset it! Haven't you heard the saying? Turning it off and back on again can fix anything.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought you'd never figure it out. Face it, as you can see, the system is mine now.
And this is where I'll cut the story off because this was some crime, drama, soap opera level of writing for this hacking scene. It's just so goofy and dumb. Like if your protagonist is supposed to be some under the net tech whiz, I would expect some more interesting hacking writing, but it is a silly game with silly writing, so I wouldn't get too mad at it. But I'm not gonna lie, when White just kept saying, oh, run a debugger, and I'm running another debugger now.
Start a debug now.
What are we debugging, buddy? I don't think the hacker who completely hijacked your entire system and is actively talking to you is a bug in your code, my guy. That seems like a whole different issue. But then a few fire resets because I can't stop myself from chain attacking later.
Don't you remember? Public security's policy? If you report a proxy, they may expunge your record.
As things stand, Billy's proposal is quite feasible. Trade the proxy's identity for our safety, or continue pacing around waiting for the Bangbu to return to normal.
Wait, hold up. Billy, you snaking son of a bitch! You Judas-faced bastard!
Enough chatter. We can't stay here any longer. Let's go!
Thank God Nicole is a real one. That's a real homie, unlike some people.
This isn't over. You'll pay.
Oh, I guess that's over now.
Found it.
Whoa, it's our lucky day!
That's my strongbox!
Damn, nice heals, queen. Slay. But unfortunately, you're the one being slayed today, Dullahan. Oh, okay, I lied. Maybe it's me who's getting slayed. Lower difficulty and try again? What is this, brother? Brother, yuck, brother, huck. Who do you think I am? Now, if you're running it back proper, let's go. Hey, that wasn't too bad. As a great dodgeball player once said, if you can dodge a sword, you can dodge a shield. Don't quote me. I took a microplastics chip, probably absorbed it in my bang balls, and went Super Saiyan, I guess? Signed a blind contract with the Cyber Devil and kept it pushing like P. Diddy. I can't say P. Diddy anymore? I know he's an awful person, but everyone kinda accepts it and doesn't really care, no? He did what? Okay, scrap that last joke. Welcome Fairy to the squad. I like Fairy. I like Fairy because she makes fun of Wise, and I hate Wise.
I don't understand real girls, let alone virtual ones.
This is exactly what I mean, bro. He does this type of loser shit bi-sentencely and you expect me to like him? And this is where the game introduces me to a colourful cast of 6 street characters. Asha, Tin Master, the Corner Shop Triad, Inky, Android 18, damn she looks different to how I remember, my favourite British rapper Hetty, and Shepherd, our dear informant, commonly mistaken for dogs and prophets. I do a couple commissions and try out Luciana, who's quite fun to play and she summons a bunch of little guys, and I'm always a fan of little guys.
A beautiful shooting star!
Let's just try and get along with Barry for now.
Get along? She's constantly rude to me.
Yep, and that's why she's my goat. Keep 'em coming, Fairy.
Don't believe that hypocrite! He's lying! You don't have to worry about me. My name is Nekomata. Nicole told me to come. I'm not a baddie.
I don't know, gang. A pedophile might disagree with you on that one.
Processing Bangbu visual data for the last several days. Please say, I'm stupid. I should have asked sooner.
That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Billy, do you really have a cold? If you hadn't sneezed earlier and exposed our position, we wouldn't have been forced to split up.
The machine oil I'm using now has low fluidity in the cold, so some of my gears are starting to run slow.
You're cold because I bet you weren't wearing enough last night while watching Oh, Sweetie.
What do you mean by that?
Boss, you alright? Oh, that's our boss for you!
Damn, I respect Billy's excitement for the boss. That's a hashtag real goon right there. And once again, the story forces me to use more than one character, so you already know the drill. First character I spawn in only, and if I ever use anything I'm not supposed to, it's reset a clock. Right now I get to play as Nekomata, the current protagonist of the story. Her gameplay is quite fun, but her whole shtick is that she revolves around switch attacks, which means it's a no for me. While we're on the topic of Nekomata, she is an S-rank character, and S-rank characters are usually just simply better than A-ranks because MiHoYo wants to make money. That doesn't mean you can't beat the game without them. Honestly, you very easily can. On a new account, you get a special banner that guarantees you a 5-star in the first 50 pulls, which I will reach relatively soon, so let's talk about the 5 stars available to me. In order of most wanted to least wanted, we have Soldier 11, Nekomata, Rina, Grace, Kaleda, and Lee Kai-on. For the sake of this challenge, there are only 2 types of specialities: attack and everything else. So gang, an S-rank DPS is very ideal. Soldier 11 synergizes well with dodge counters, so she is very biz for this run. But Nekomata is also good, simply because she's a 5-star DPS. Stun characters just do the least damage, and the utility they provide is not useful to a guy like me. So Kaleda and Lee Kai-on are the lowest priority. Oh, right on cue. Let's see what we get here.
May you forgive this transgression. The devotion.
And of course, I get the worst possible character. Typical. On the brighter side of things, he still is an S rank, so he must be good. Right? Right? Guys, I'm really not enjoying the silence you're giving me right now. Please tell me he's at least a little good. Foreshadowing. On an actually brighter side, I unlocked the material farming place and was able to level Nicole to level 20, which should help out quite a lot in the upcoming fights. Oh, sorry, let me get the door real quick, I'll be right back.
I'm back! Sorry it took so long. My carrot would only navigate to the other exit farther away.
Stop listening to the cat. Basically, we're heading back into the hollow because we always head back into the hollow.
Looks like the dead-end butcher has been here. We might come across it if we keep going.
The Dead-End Butcher, you say? Now that's a name that gets my balls tingling with excitement. I've been itching to fight a proper boss for some time now. I have to battle through a few baby enemy missions, which actually go by pretty quickly with Nicole, since she can AoE quite well and from range, so you end up hitting enemies you wouldn't even think you would actually hit.
A pretty risky, but cool landing. Nicole!
I hear you! I've barely been sitting on you for a minute. Stop complaining.
Ha 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 ha. A real one like me would not be complaining in this scenario. That's all I gotta say.
It should have been me, not him.
That's some real shit you just said, Ambi. I feel your pain, gang. I feel your pain. And this mission is where I learn you can actually disable trial mode characters and use your own, which will make my life so much more easier going forward. Albeit, it does not work in every single mission, but it's a massive stress relief in most, since when I have extra characters, I'm constantly on edge about pressing the many switch moves and starting again. But this option lets me press my buttons in peace. Bliss. And it also prevents synergies from activating, which is another mechanic in the game that gives you passive buffs from using agents of either the same type or from the same faction. So that means that even if I don't switch characters, if I have the characters activating those buffs in my team, I am technically cheating. And I am trying to solve the game as much as the game will possibly allow me to. I'm as faithful to this challenge as Shadow is faithful to Latinas. Un amoureux d'étranger. Had to be up this clanker with a hard R of course, and call me Marvin Gaye the way I have no idea what's going on. The cat went on a suicide mission after a backstory revealing speech, and now we need to blow up the dead-end butcher to save everyone? Whatever you say, boss, as long as you let me fight that overgrown me inspector, I'm in.
Huh? The beasties are running away.
Almost here.
The monster?
The theme song.
What?
The bad guy's theme always plays before the final battle.
Don't worry, Ambi. I've mastered all the rules for a surefire win from the Starlight Knights. Gotta break the rules when fighting bad guys. Take them out in less than 10 seconds with a flying kick. They won't even have time to play their theme song.
Behind you.
You big dummy! The only thing they'd be playing for you are the credits!
Don't tell me this guy's a fan of the Starlight Knights too!
Let's go, big guy. Me and you in the Pentagon. Man on man, overgrown rock monster and little enemy girl. Let's go. And I lost. Guess I'm not a #real gamer. But let's talk about the fight. It's relatively simple. Learn the boss attack patterns and try to perfect dodge and dodge counter for maximum damage as often as possible. Nicole's skill has a lot of range, so I try to use it in moments where the boss is going to stay stationary for a little bit, so it ends up soaking in the explosion for the entire duration. And also when I'm spaced out of the boss's melee range. Sometimes both at the same time when he uses his axe into the ground, boom, big explosion move. But of course, use your skill when you're about to be energy capped for efficiency, and try to stay as close to the boss as possible, since ranged basic attacks do have damage drop off the further away from the boss you are. So range is very nice to have, but but you still gotta melee gaming most of the fight for maximum damage. And this is where someone walked into my room and distracted me. I had to go do something, so I ended up losing the second attempt. But it always takes 3 times to leave them charmed, or however that saying goes.
How you feeling? We got a surprise for ya.
Oh my god, is that a motherfucking Honkai Star Rail reference? Holy shit, yo!
Leave it to me!
Critical voltage in 4. 3.
Hurry.
2. 1. 0.
Huh? Nothing's happening?
New countdown. 4, 3, 2, 1 now.
That was pretty gosh darn cool. And we are going buffet after this? Count me in. So, is this the end of the video? Oh no, you're stuck with me for a little while longer. Please don't click off. There's still a few fun things left to do before we can move on to chapter 2 in the next video. The most important thing that I did was take a selfie with a sleepy doggo. Look at this little boy. Followed by the second most important thing, which is doing my best Ankara Messi impression. And a bunch of other miscellaneous side quests until I unlocked Hollow Zero, which is this game's roguelike mode. But my informant has informed me that there is a special Hollow Zero only boss that, combined with the fun power building nature of roguelikes and my love for the genre, means only one thing. I will make a dedicated episode to tracking down Nivea, because I really need a fucking shower. But we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves here. I still need to beat the mission to unlock Hollow Zero in the first place. So I took my freshly leveled Corin and jumped right into an ass beater. Which made me realize I didn't level Corin nearly as hard as I should have, and me and Nicole went level up material hunting. I got Corin up to level 20 and actually gave her a W's in the chat drive and leveled that thing to level 10 as well. A secret mechanic in the game that some people might not know about, I don't know. I stumbled upon this info completely accidentally. Is that as the level gap between your characters and the enemy increases, you start doing exponentially less and less damage, and the drop off is very drastic and very quick. So that's why trying to beat the game under leveled is not super viable. I obviously could do it, and at times I wanted to try and see how weak I could be while beating the game, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to spend 27 minutes per mini-boss. And I'm very glad that I quit and leveled Corin, because once you beat this dog, you have to face the wrath of Anubis. Well, first you get to watch the sick cutscene of Miyabi as Sakura hitting Nivea with the super armored mouse slash. Oh yeah, and that's the Nivea I was talking about, by the way. That's who I'm gonna be hunting down once the game actually lets me and stops time-gating the story, but that's a complaint for a future installment. Oh, almost forgot. Back to Anubis. You fight some little guys, then you fight this claw fella. It's alright, nothing too bad, but then this fucker shows up. This instant transmissioning Legolas wannabe. I fought a couple of these guys before, but they were all scaled way lower and in smaller arenas, so they had a lot less space to zip around in. I died here. And then I died more. Like, a lot more. Oh, also you have to beat the whole gauntlet every time you want to re-challenge it too, so that was fun. The main problem is there is a lot of space around me for the boss to TP around in, and if the boss isn't in your direct vision, you don't actually get sound cues for dodging. The boss also attacks very quickly with certain combos that the only way for me to completely dodge everything is to perfect dodge and counter. I got my ass beat a few times actually, but eventually I figured this guy out a little. My general strat was perfect dodge as much as you can and save your skill to take less damage from attacks. I was basically ass at dodging. Corin's skill makes her take less damage while spinning a chainsaw, so if I just tank the hit with the skill, I end up taking less damage and preserving my health. Listen, it may not be the cleanest, no damage, perfect parry gamer god way out, but it got the job done. I'm not super excited about how I'm editing every fight with less than 10 HP though. That does not look good for my chances in the future. However, there is no point talking about the future before I secure my own by marching through this madness. My first part of the proxy rank up test. A gauntlet of enemies which need to be defeated in order to level up my proxy status and get access to a lot more cool stuff. The first wave is relatively simple, a couple trash mobs and a traffic sign mini boss. Pretty simple moveset and I should come out of this without losing much HP, but I ended up losing a lot more than I would really like. Then it's a 1v1 with the Hulk dude. Another simple boss, but there's some really fun optimizations you can do by comboing your dodge counters while he's charging at you while slamming down his fist. Boom 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 boom. Unless you suck ass like a certain narrator over here and get hit by half of them. Life's still good though because you get some HP back, and after killing him, now I have to fight the same dog that beat my ass straight into a training montage earlier. The fight was honestly going pretty well until I guess I gotta lock the fuck in now. Locking in worked until it didn't. Then I see this thing on my screen, I press it, and I win. I'm obviously happy I didn't have to restart the whole fight, but it didn't really feel like I won. I feel like I cheated. I personally won't be using the rewinds thing again in these rank up missions. There is something about the adrenaline of the gauntlet that really gets me excited, and the rewinds ruin the thrill of battle for me. I unlock disc drives, which are relics you can farm and put on your W drives that give set buffs and a bunch of other stats. They will become more and more important the further this challenge progresses, and then I once again get stuck in a loop of side quest upon side quest upon side quest until I finally unlock Chapter 2. Last time it took the head of the dead-end butcher to finish off Chapter 1, which left us very unemployed, and running a video store costs money. This is largely because we suck at running a video store, but that's not the point. I was scrolling through Indeed, you know, and saw that the construction site on Anus Quarter is hiring, so you know where I went.
We're almost there. Our president is just ahead. She may be young, but she's a real beast.
Watch out!
It's you, Anton. Diagnosis almost done.
Oh my god, it's the Grippers girl. I'm such a big fan. Can I get an autograph? Please, 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 please.
What are you doing, Grace? Put me down! I said put me down this
Allow me to introduce our president.
I'm president of Epilogue Industries. Belladog!
Oh my god, it's that motherfucking Honkai Star Rail ref? Oh, wait, it actually is this time. Now, before we jump into this mission, I did decide to give Likayon a chance. Support characters like Nicole, Luciana, and Sukaku do pretty decent damage, and his ability to swiftly proc star effects has potential. Plus, he's literally a 5-star. It's not like I'm not gonna use him, am I? So I leveled him to 20 and gave him Ambi's entire cell with the W's in the chat drive and her entire disc collection. So let's try this puppy out.
Nobody has a clue what you're talking about.
Are you talking to her or me? Cause fuck you. She kinda right though.
Midnight drag racing, deliberately scratching up their bodies, putting on massive stickers that are extremely difficult to clean, trying prohibited ether fuel mixtures, even imitating the old Civilization cartoons, and trying to merge with other machines!
Whoa.
Having listened to your description, I wish I could see that.
Damn, Belle, you're a freak. Loki's saying, but I wouldn't publicly admit it like that. Lycaon is pretty cool. Great normally build up, and I really like his playstyle of being able to use different combos based on if you hold your attacks and skills down or not. In fact, I was enjoying playing him so much I decided to. Yeah. Lycaon does so little damage. It's actually insane. What the fuck do you mean? I legit feel like I'm a little plushie tapping on a titanium tank, but the titanium tank is just a piss random level 1 enemy. To put things into a little bit of a perspective, I survived about 8 minutes on Big Lick, and then I left, redid the mission on Anby, also a stun character by the way, boy, 4-star one, and reached the same point in about 4 minutes. She does about double the damage of Licky Licky. So if anyone is interested on why I'm not using Lycaon on my balls, this is the reason. These fights take a while longer to finish than they should already, and I'd like to finish chapter 2 before patch 4.6 comes out.
So it's you! The bad guys are trying to break up me and Mr. White!
Oh, it's only been a couple of days, and yet our child has become a fabulous young lady.
Just take it easy now, Grace. But who's Mr. White? Another machine?
Jesse, we need to cook, Jesse. Jesse, if you combine zinc chloride, blue platinum, and a pinch of mercury salt and heat that shit up to 250 degrees in the air fryer, we can synthesize gold. Jesse, listen to me, Jesse. I can use this to propose to this lovely lady, Jesse. Jesse, you have to understand you're the love of my life, Jesse. Jesse, don't mix that in yet. No, Jesse, you fucked everything up, Jesse. Fuck you, Jesse. Mr. White, you're stupid.
I made up my mind! I'm staying here with Mr. White! So take back what you said!
Easy first try, baby. I may have got slapped about a little and things got dangerously close at many a moment, but hey, it's nothing a little bit of locking in can't fix.
I told you not to touch him! You moldy turds just don't understand, do you?
She's like a different person!
Wait, Miss Boring Machine! That was...
I'm so sorry, Mr. White! I got too excited!
Jesse!
I killed Mr. White! It's all my fault! Oh no! Grace might know everything about machinery, but she's single as hell! She knows nothing about love!
Okay, now that's just a low blow. Even I don't go that low, man.
Every building can only give one hug in its lifetime. He gave his to you. And he even drove off the ethereals. What a gentle building. You have good taste. Don't be discouraged. We won't let you say goodbye to him just like that. Here, come back with us. Let's work together to rebuild Mr. White on new land.
This shit's fucking beautiful, man. I believe in you, girl. You can rebuild him. You can rebuild him better than ever. This is cinema. As you can see, I was getting pretty bored of only using Nicole, and I started testing out a bunch of different characters. Next up is Sukaku's quest to find the next piece of heavy machinery with a wacky personality. A quest to bring the grappler to the grippler. Almost poetic. Sukaku is actually quite fun to play, like for real this time. This isn't a Loki John situation. Using your skill grants a stack of spooky fire, which can be used to equip a buff which strengthens your basic attack and dodge counters. Quite perfect for this run. Her skill is essentially, you ever used an ultra great sword in Dark Souls, buddy? And can be repeated up to 4 times based on energy level. This skill is similar to Corin's because it gives damage resistance and can be used to partially block attacks in a pinch. Her ult is just a big Beyblade damage spin that gives invulnerability for a little while. Great character for this run, lots of survivability and a bunch of damage. Beautiful. And a couple kinda difficult fights later, especially this 1v2 against these cement goblin mini-bosses, we get to meet the man of the hour.
My pursuers are finally here! I've been waiting!
You call yourself a real pro after that sneak attack?
Oh, look who's talking! The answer is simple then! Let's battle! One-on-one!
Okay, big man, let's go. Finally, someone who speaks my language. Fluent Violentese. And back to regular scheduled programming or dying to every boss ever. Why did I die so many times to this guy? Simple explanation is I'm kinda Cheeks McGee, while the more interesting explanation states that a lot of the slam attacks that the boss has have very similar windups but end up doing very different slams, and in the heat of the battle it was kinda hard to distinguish between them. That's why you see me get whacked on the noggin by the excavator head a couple of times. If you can consistently time it, you can do some dodge counter cycling when he does the spin for maximum damage. But the interesting thing about timing this is that you need to time it based on the iframes of your dodge attack rather than the boss attack itself, because the spin has a consistent hitbox during its duration, but different characters get different amounts of iframes in their dodge counters. This was very noticeable when I tried the same fights on different characters and was able to muscle memory all of the fight, but always messed up the dodge counter cycling because I'm used to the previous character's iframes. And this same principle applies to any consistent source of damage like fire breaths or explosions, more on this later. But now, I have a real bro to deal with.
For tracking me down, but I'm not going back with you, so give up now and admit defeat! What's happening? Ethereals! Stop! Let go of me!
This is what too much anime does to an excavator. Pay attention. No more Sunday morning cartoons for you, big man.
Why are you helping me?
You have a great dream. It's a real shame that you're giving up so quickly. And after I agreed to have a proper showdown with you, we haven't got a winner yet. All right. You haven't told me your new name yet.
My new name is Man of Iron, Brave One, Sparkling Engine, Hans!
So, you're still called Hans?
Then the game refused to let me play it by locking the story behind random side quests and level ups, so I just did a bunch of side quest missions, nothing too crazy, kinda easy, but fighting against a bunch of these mini bosses made me a bit better at the game, I think. Good practice to learn all the timings better, things like that. And this is where the video is gonna take a bit of a Z-turn. And the only real context you need is that one stubborn ass motherfucker. 3 missions. Eliminate looter I, and I. Completely optional. This is the most important part. They're completely, absolutely optional. No reason to do them at all. Missions of nightmare difficulty made to challenge players with full teams of level 30 characters. So of course I got my ass blasted. This boss attacks super quickly, far quicker than anyone else so far, and does a lot of damage. Like a quarter of my health in one hit type of damage. So I decided it's time to become strong. Start the training montage music. I currently use Plenty Luna, a W drive which gives 20% more basic attack and counter damage. You're probably beginning to see a little trend building up here. I lowered it to 30 and a couple other drives for my other characters because I started to realize that using level 10 drive is no longer gonna cut it. And in a beautiful bout of dramatic irony, my quest to upgrade Corin's abilities requires me to farm the same boss that put me in this situation in the first place. So not only was this a training montage in the let me get materials so I can level up my abilities and do more damage type of sense, but also in the I'm literally forced to learn how to beat this guy or I can't progress type of sense. The video writes itself. Who could have thought the training montage actually worked? Woo! Now, let's move on to I.
Boom. Bam. Bop. Bada bop. Boom. Pow. Boom. Bam. Bop. Bada bop. Boom. Pow. Boom. Bam. Bop. Bada bop. Boom. Pow.
Yeah, you did not expect a death montage this long, did you, huh? Even from an ass merchant like myself. Well, listen, this fight is just hard, man. A blessing in this fight is the 2 buffs you get for it. Perfect dodges are easier to trigger and dodge counter damage increased by 50% and daze damage by 30%. If the buffs were something less useful, I would have an even harder time with this fight, and it's already really bad. The 2 robots in phase 1 followed the usual design philosophy of one guy beats your ass melee, the other one peppers you from range, except sometimes they go double melee or double range, which becomes very annoying, but by maintaining good positioning throughout the fight you can actually minimize this. But once again, if you can force them to surround you in double melee, you can increase your DPS pretty significantly because you end up getting double hits from all your abilities. This does come with a higher risk as the way the bosses lay their attacks can become hard to manage, but at this point I took the risk because this is already an endurance fight and the less time I have to make mistakes, the better. One thing that you need to learn about a man's psyche is that if you force him to fight the same boss enough times, he'll become creative. This fire attack is a prime example of a good way to boost your DPS. The easiest way to dodge it would be to just outspace the boss during it. Nice. You can also see it coming and dodge out of it with a counter for even better efficiency, or you can just lose your mind completely and dodge into it and cycle dodge counters in the fire. In the rare case they both spit fire at the same time, you can dodge in and out of each flame on some punctures. Another optimization you can do in this fight specifically is slightly delaying / hastening your dodge timings. Hear me out, this might sound a tad bit crazy, but I'll try to explain it as best I can. In attacks like the big ranged barrage with a bunch of projectiles flying at you, you can dodge earlier than normal due to the extra iframes that you get, and if you do that twice, you can usually get an extra dodge counter in compared to if you dodge when you would normally. The more generous perfect dodge window essentially increases your time range of perfect dodging, which means you can skew yourself to a specific side to fit in extra dodges since the actual attack stays the same speed. Hopefully this made some sense, as I do not know how to explain it in any other way. If that sounded like absolute drivel, don't worry about it. That was the easy half of the fight. I present to you Big Fuck Off Robot and a literal Nazi terrorist. This time around it's a proper melee and range duo with no gimmicks. The only gimmick is that they bend you over and call you slurs. The ranged guy spams all sorts of grenades, bombs and lasers, super varied move pool which really forces you to constantly be on the move. Then the big guy is super aggressive, can catch up to you very quickly if you make space between you, and is able to create a lot of space for his ranged brother. And not gonna lie, his fast kinda blocks you from seeing the other guy half the time, which makes it even harder to dodge his bullshit array. There is no optimization in this fight. No cool mechanics, nothing of the sort. There's only one tactic and one tactic only. You sprint at the ranged guy and just keep hitting him and keep up the pressure while trying to stay away from the big man as much as you can. It's impossible to play the game when the ranged guy is alive, so the fight quickly goes from slow and methodical in phase 1 to just kill or be killed within 30 seconds in phase 2. This is unenduranceable. However, when or if if you do manage to kill the rage guy, you're left with a pretty easy rest of the fight. Honestly, big respect to this fight design, because these two enemies by themselves, let's just all be honest here, quite easy to deal with. But the way they complement each other is kind of perfect and lets them become a lot more together than they ever could as individuals. And this would be a very beautiful moment if the duo in question wasn't literally Mussolini and Hitler. Oh, and if you were wondering, yes, it's been like 5 days and I'm still doing random side quests because I'm literally being time gated from playing the story. It got so bad, I literally had to stop playing the game for a couple weeks after chapter 2 so I can stack enough levels to play the next bits uninterrupted. Hand on shoulder. Listen, I understand. I understand that you want me to build up a habit of daily logins, Hoyo. I get it. I've read a psychology book once or twice in my life. But this is really taking the piss. I swear none of the other Hoyo games were this time gated, but I'm done complaining for now since, ooh look, I can finally play the game. Woo! Benjamin texts like my uncle, which is apparently necessary to put in the script, I guess. He tells us we found the next machine and a couple fights later we
Found it! It's charging at us without even a word?
It's running?
What are you all waiting for? Go after it!
One kid is a love-obsessed teen, the other is a battle manga nerd, and the third one is just an edgy aura farmer. Nice, every kid is as weird as their mother, yet in their own unique ways. I'm not here to give relationship advice or anything, but you and the drill are quite well acquainted at this point. Maybe you two should move on to the next phase of your relationship. Now, let me be clueless to the backdrop of my own deaths. I have no idea why I struggled so much with this fight. Looking back on it, there's nothing crazy going on, and like you can literally see me completely ignoring mechanics. No attempts to dodge or anything. I think it just might have been one of those weird mental blocks, you know, when you die to a boss you shouldn't to a couple times and you kind of get stonewalled by your own mental. There's no other explanation. I eventually benched Sukaku at no fault of hers, mind you. I just felt like I wasn't going anywhere and needed some sort of change. And I fell back to my usual crutch. Hi Corin! Can you blame me though? Corin is kind of a menace. I love using Corin because her dodge counter is long, maybe even the longest in the game, which just means more iframes. Then her skill also gives invulnerability in the initial frames, but can also be used to take less damage in a pinch, or can be combo extended if you have an opening to use it. She is surprisingly versatile, plus she simply does more damage than a lot of my other characters by a significant amount, which helps, like it helps a lot. I don't want to only use Corin because I feel like that would get really boring really quickly, but I did just spend however many hours spamming random side quests on her, so I'm kinda in my zone with Corin.
Okay, I know you can hear me. Let's talk.
I'm the enlightened sinner. I cometh to stabilize the seal and guard this place on my mentor's charge. Thou shalt leave at once.
Leave it to me. I appreciate your imagination, my child. But let's talk about it when we get back.
Wait! Let's talk! Stay away!
Turns out this guy can actually talk like a normal person.
Listen to me! I'm not lying! I hear the calling from my mentor horse! I can't fail him!
Huh? Why are we all looking like that? Why did everyone suddenly lock in? As if my guy said Sean Combs 3 times in the mirror?
What's going on? Why is he mentioning that name?
I would also like to know, please. You can't just do a cliffhanger like that and force me to do side quests for another 4 days. That's just plain evil.
Horse. Bellabog. Bellabog Industries, previous president, and my father. Dad! It's so late! Where are you going? I don't want to be home alone!
There's an emergency. I have to go now. Just stay at home and be good. Daddy will be back in no time. I promise.
Just like that. He vanished. The liar.
How are you being a deadbeat as a single father? This is our legendary deadbeatery that you haven't seen for a millennia.
You don't know how
Look at Belle's face. When Mom and Dad are arguing, she just said they're like, ooh. Apparently, there's a secret prototype running about the holo that we need to yoink back, so we're heading back into the holo like we always do. But not after I get my fill playing on the construction side.
Yay! Yippee! Grace knew the situation here, but things were urgent and she didn't know how to explain it to you.
I get it. I should have listened to what she had to say.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have made you worry.
And the child becomes the marriage counselor. Life truly goes full circle, doesn't it?
This is it. The memorial square Bellebog built back then.
The slick colors, the handsome lines. Yes, that's the prototype.
Huh? This is...
No mistaking it. That's a bullet hole. Just look around. There are bullet holes all over the cockpit.
What? What happened here?
That's a bill for the prototype. Not only does it have President Horse's signature, it has the date and amount on it too.
The amount is the same as what disappeared from the company's accounts, and it matches the time of Horse's disappearance. So that means Horse took the money to pay for the prototype.
Listen, this is all well and good that you guys are discovering all this information about cars and stuff, but this really does go against my narrative of calling him a deadbeat, so unfortunately this is getting cut, guys. Nope. Okay, dig him up now, lads.
No worries, I'm on it.
Ooh, who's this freaky fella? Another victim? Yeah.
It's coming!
Not so fast! Behave yourself!
Is that a motherfucking Scorpion Megazord? Okay, why not? Let's rock and roll, fuck it. Later, don't let him bully your girl. Stand up for yourself. You pussy, this was fucking later. Die.
Damn it! If this continues, we're done for! The prototype?
Oh, hi, Kaleda.
Come on, you punk! Almost! Just a little more!
Oh no, Kaleda.
Here, Kaleda. Give it a name. Give it a name.
Get moving! Jerry! Don't look down on me! We're proud to be Bellebog! The power of smart construction machinery! Our Bellebog machinery will never give in!
She just told the excavator to lock the fuck in. And it worked. The fight itself was intriguing because it was an amalgamation of the mechanics of the first 3 bosses, which made it cool thematically, but not super difficult to beat or anything for that exact same reason. To finish off chapter 2, Kaleda left us with a hard drive containing Course's homework folder. Trust me girl, you do not want to see that. And we finally unlocked W drive discs. Don't get me wrong, I had a few before from mission rewards, but now I can actually farm specific ones that are actually good for my characters, and maybe, just maybe, some good stats might even get rolled. Well, I'm gonna be real with you, that's very unlikely, but a man can dream. Fanged Metal is the set for Corin as it gives physical damage buffs and even more damage when she procs Assault, which happens at least a couple times per fight, you know? Pretty simple in Corin's case, but if you are a big fan of mathematics, next episode is gonna delve deeper into optimizing Water's grand debut, which will involve some banging maths. Like we're gonna be doing equations and probability and shit, it's mad. Oh my, who's this beautiful robot lady? Guys, I'm gonna shoot my shot, guys, and you motherfuckers better not snitch that I called robot slurs last episode. Flashback. Had to be of this clanker with a hard R, of course. Please, I'm a changed man. I'm a changed man. I'm a new man. I'm a better man. Please don't do this to me. Please, I need this. Elfie lets you trade in your useless discs for materials that you can use to make more discs. Essentially, it's a variation of re-rolling, and she plays smooth jazz while I'm losing my mind for getting awful rolls for the 50th time. And after a while of reading numbers and doing basic maths, I got a decent Corin build going, with some relics that aren't completely useless and a level 30 Starlight engine, which has a worse effect, but the stats it provides are good enough for it to be better anyway. This page, Dead End Butcher? Yeah. Weird Scorpion guy? Sure. Next one is locked because I haven't reached that part of the story yet? Makes sense. And then Pompeii. I can just click it and fight him for some reason. Sure, why the fuck not? Spoiler alert, by the way. The battle starts off with a little bit of a gang fight, but I try to keep all the enemies grouped up as much as possible for maximum AoE damage. Then 1v1 the big guy while saving my ultimate for when Mr. Pompeii himself drives in. Did he just kamikaze his own bike and then turn its remains into a hammer? That shit hard. Listen. I know I said I won't be using the rewind feature, but that was for rankup missions. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the only reason I did use it was because you only get 3 attempts at this guy. And I wasn't really sure if you lose an attempt if you press give up. And I really wanted that loot, so yeah, let's keep fighting. Woo! That is by far the best boss I fought yet. Cool moves, sick phases, very aggressive but also felt really fair. Can't wait to meet him later on in the story. Farmed him 2 more times because I do need these materials for a bottle of water, and basically chilled doing random side quests and daily stuff until I managed to unlock the Interim mission.
Why is the signal so weak?
What's wrong, Belle?
Don't tell me it's broken.
We are united in grief today over the unfortunate passing of Miss Belle Zone Zero. She was a kind, kind soul, and I pray that she may rest in peace to the sound of heaven's trumpets. So, now that Belle is dead, we are forced to play as Wise for the rest of the series. I may not survive to the end.
If you two are ever around 6th Street, Belle and I would love to welcome you to our video store.
So you live on 6th Street. I expect we'll run into each other soon.
Oh no, the cops are onto us! Quick, Belle, hide the drug— Oh, right. I forgot.
I'm not sure why, but something feels different about this bamboo. It looks unusually clever, almost cunning.
So why is a Connie calling me cunning? Listen, only I'm allowed to have fancy wordplay in this video, okay? Why is she eating the radiation super corruption demon thingy?
Don't touch that!
Is she stupid?
All non-forensic officers are prohibited from handling evidence without proper authorization. Besides, it's too risky, even if you've undergone corruption resistance treatments.
Good morning, Juyuan, Qingyi.
Good morning, Wise.
Wonderful. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have recruited a single participant yet.
Sorry guys, but you guys fucking suck at this. You guys are awful.
Now that you mention it, there is something I'd like to ask you.
I'm sorry, Qingyi. You seem like a great lady, but my heart is occupied by another. And I'm not trying to catch a case, okay? Especially after doing so many Diddy jokes already, it would not be good publicity, okay?
Calm down now, gentlemen. We're public security officers. What's going on here?
A flustered Bang-Boo was caught at the scene of the crime. This is that very Bang-Boo.
Isn't that Bang-Boo give change from the 141 convenience store?
Officers, there's been tons of Bang-Boo committed crimes in the city lately. You gotta help me find evidence linking this Bang-Boo to the crime, so we can hold it accountable for my losses.
This isn't just about Give Change's reputation, officers. They could lose their job. You simply must uncover the truth and prove Give Change's innocence.
Wait, what? I didn't realize Bang-Boos actually had rights. Good thing I respected their rights for the challenge, or else I would have had some angry knocks on my front door.
The only time I've seen Tin Master this agitated is when I asked for instant coffee.
I can't believe I'm stuck with this guy's shitty jokes for the rest of the series now. I need to figure out how to revive Belle ASAP. I'm just gonna skip past this little police interview because nothing super interesting happens challenge-wise, but I will mention the name Water. That may ring a bell if you watched the last video. So let's go participate in the gacha pond. Oh, I see it. I see that fucking ass. I think H2O more like home to go, cause that's where she's going.
Here I come. It's my turn to shine.
Well, shit. Yeah, so basically, I lied last episode. That's all. That's all there is to it. But hey, Nyakomata is also really good. So let's go start building.
Mixologist Bernice. Oh, glad to see
1, 2, 3, triple fake out, crisscross apple sauce. You can't trust me, baby. I literally killed the MC like 2 minutes ago. You can't trust me. Let's discuss Water. In the real game, she counts as an off-field DPS, which means she has a good burst, but her consistent damage is not as good. And you would usually have a main DPS to be out in the field most of the time. Well, that doesn't apply to me, does it now? Usually her by far best disk drive set would be Chaos Jab, but because a large part of the value comes from its switching effect, it's actually not optimal for me. Instead, I opted in for 4 pieces of Infernal Metal, which gives 28% crit rate when she procs a burn, and she is quite good at proccing the burn. And eventually, down the road, I would like to get 2 pieces of Chaos Jazz for the Anomaly Proficiency bonus. 4 pieces of Chaos Jazz plus 2 pieces of Inferno Metal would lead to a base damage boost of 30 proficiency plus 50% fire damage plus 10% fire damage. 4 piece Inferno plus 2 piece Chaos leads to 30 proficiency plus 10% fire plus 28% crit on burns. Even with my shitty stats of 18% crit rate and 56% crit damage in burn windows, this would end up being 40% chance to get 56% damage boost, which ends up being a 25% overall damage boost, and this will only get better as I stop using absolute garbage as my discs. This build has a higher potential ceiling, works well around her bursty nature and allows me to have more damage sources, which is always good for damage calculations, but also feels more fun than just going basic water. I want my water with a bit of spice in it, a bit of the mountain minerals, you feel me? However, there are 2 builds I will prioritize later in this video over this one, and I'll talk more about that when the time comes. I don't really mention Zenlezz Zero, the roguelike mode, mostly because I want to make a dedicated video on it, but me and Water ended up in a bit of a situation. This is said situation. Basically, I got the buff that gives me more damage the lower health I am, and so I put myself on 3 HP and was like, it's fine. It can't be that bad, can it? And literally the next enemy is a robot that has the almost undodgeable minigun. 2 of them. Usually this attack is not a problem at all. Mainly because it does ASMR levels of damage. But I'm dealing with ASMR levels of health. I'm hitting you with the cheeky warning straight from the start. I'm speeding up the death montages because there's going to be a lot of death montages in this video. You see, the thing about me, I don't believe in such measly concepts, such as luck. As a mathematician, I understood that the odds were not on my side. They did not bring me any favors whatsoever. But you see, the beauty of the indomitable human spirit is that no matter what, no matter how hard it gets, it will inevitably prevail. If you're interested in the strategy I used to be in that fight, it was called do the fight enough times that the robots don't use the Gatling gun attack for one of those attempts. And you win. Easy peasy. Lemon drizzled cake squeezy. I could lie and say the rest of the run went by swimmingly, but water was not made for swimming. But I ended up winning in the end, like I always will. Distractions aside, let's get into more distractions. I pulled the Brimstone, which is really good. It's the S rank attack W drive. This is as bis as I'm basically ever gonna get for all attack characters and probably for a lot of non-attack characters too. Corin is a happy girl today and she fucking deserves it for carrying my ass so many times. So now that I've spent all this time building Miss Water, I'm obviously gonna use her in chapter 3. That would only make sense from a narrative perspective. A red herring is something that misleads or distracts from a relevant or important question. It may either be a logical fallacy or a literary device that leads readers or audiences towards a false conclusion. Damn, Haz, you live like this?
Nicole, the airship is almost here, and you still haven't finished packing.
Yeah, call her ass out.
That note, Nicole, do you really need to pack so many things for court?
Don't tell me. It's another deck collection message from one of our loan sharks. Nuh-uh. Put a sock in it, Nekomata. We don't anybody any money these days. Except for Faithin. And those other 5 loan sharks.
Why are there more deaths than last month?
Never change, Nicole. Never change.
Faithin!
Can be.
Do I smell some gossip?
Shut up! You're supposed to be in hell fighting demons. Get back down there. Miss Rain, an infamous new Erudian hacker who needs to decrypt Horse's homework folder, is apparently in the Ballet Twins Tower. Why? You're asking the wrong guy. But I guess we're about to find out.
The Ballet Twins.
Ooh. Impressive.
Very nice.
It may look all glitzy. He doesn't feel right.
Be careful, everyone. There's thick fog in here. It may hold danger.
What? Why is this a horror game now? Like, I did not sign up for the horror game. You look up the game on Google, it says action adventure RPG gacha pon. No, I didn't. No. The thing about Anton is that he's completely, absolutely useless until he stacks up enough energy to go drill mode. And once you press your skill and you go drill mode, you go drill. If you are in a relationship with the drill, then Anton is the home-wrecking son of a bitch that she cheats on you with. This new area is actually quite fun because it has some new enemy types, which makes these levels feel more refreshing and not just a scenery skin swap. Yo, chill.
Are those scissors?
Are we talking Edward or Yuri? Because those are very different things.
You are all very skilled. It's no wonder you're able to walk around the building unhindered. But please, stop there.
A wolf siren.
We call them furries, Nakamata.
I will allow you 30 seconds to explain your presence before I decide whether or not...
Oh my god, I'd recognize that saw anywhere. Corin! Corin! My girl! My goat!
Both the floors and one's weapon should be kept in pristine
Hi,
condition,
Corin.
have I not?
How you been, bestie?
Sorry, Mr. Lycon. I'm really sorry. Oh, Miss Nakamata. And the investigator.
Corin, do you know them?
Yes, Mr. Lycon. They're the nice people who helped me out of Hollow that time.
If you aren't mere trespassers, that makes things easier. Allow me to introduce ourselves.
Why are we just aura farming for no reason?
Victoria Housekeeping.
Victoria Housekeeping. Never heard of you.
Hey, Abby. You're being so blunt. You'll embarrass them.
Victoria Housekeeping primarily serves a small number of high net worth individuals in New Eridu and does not aim for popularity amongst the general public.
I feel like we're being looked down on. But I can't think of a comeback.
Don't worry, I can. Why you got 2 names in your first name? Alexandrina, more like shut up with your stupid demeanor. Got him. Anytime, kitty.
I'm glad to see you again, too. But what are you doing here? This is the Master's property. The Association shouldn't have any missions here.
Corin, the answer's obvious, isn't it?
She means that our guests aren't really investigators.
Huh? Not investigators?
Why are you guys bullying my sweet pumpkin pie goat? I'll kill you all! Sorry, I get emotional about Corin. My hair's got confiscated by the law, but I got Corin and Licky Licky, so it's not all bad. Meanwhile, Belle in hell was playing on the slot machines. And she did the thing.
Eradicate all evil.
Everyone's been saying, oh, he's gonna pull Miyabi and the game is gonna solo itself. Solo challenge, more like Miyabi challenge. For a long time, I thought there's no way she's that broken.
It's over.
But she really is. I did all the testing and building for her on stream, so here's a few highlights. She put 6 foot on her dating profile just so she gets more dates, but she is a filthy liar because the ears do not count. Listen, if I go down in history as someone of value and then 700 years later a Chinese gacha game turns me into an anime girl, I just pray it's not a lolly. Just give me like big titties and then you can turn me into any anime girl. You don't need to give me big titties. Honestly, just don't make me a lolly. Just do not make me a lolly. That's the only thing I ask for. Anything else, just go ahead, bro. Tarnish my legacy as much as you want. I don't give a fuck. Just don't turn me into a lolly. But if you turn me into a lolly, I will come back from my grave. I will just like shove my hand through the ground, fly towards the character designer, and strangle him to death. Then I'll pull their corpse down into the ground with me. You just use branch and blade song as your 4-piece. I guess the 2-piece can depend, but the vast majority of the time you're just gonna go 2-piece woodpecker for the crit rate. She's built mainly like a traditional crit DPS, meaning you want big crit rate and even bigger crit damage. Anomaly proficiency is also very good to have though. In terms of W drives, both water and ice, heavenly combo when you wake up at 3 AM by the way. Use Forest Gourmet as it is the best free-to-play option for anomaly DPS in my personal opinion. And I did end up scrambling about enough resources to 5-star its overcharge, so this is as good as it's ever gonna get. You have to consciously play around the effect of Rainforest by saving energy and trying to time your big damage combos as you drain your energy, but if you do align your bursts properly, your damage output becomes pretty nuts. But the crime of being too demonically overpowered, the young fox was banished to hell while roaming the flames. She ran into a Belle. Thereby goes a rumor of a tower so tall, if you climb up its walls, you can escape from it all. A second breath to your life. Some say it will give. My only advice is fight for your fate. Live, live, live! The Battle Tower, a challenge to rival all challenges. 25 floors of progressively more difficult encounters, and any damage you take will stick with you until you reach a checkpoint. Miyabi is strong. Major understatement, so why not use that strength to do something crazy, to do something insane, to do something that they said could never be done. Operation Don't Fear the Reaper begins. Floors 1 through 4 aren't too bad at all as they consist of basic enemies and some mini bosses. Miyabi has great AoE damage, so this isn't really a problem. Floor 5 is where we meet our old friend, the Dead End Butcher. As you can see, the enemies have already matched my level and it's only gonna get worse from here. I do die to him once, mainly because I kind of forgot what he does. It's kind of been a while, but the Butcher is bested on the second attempt. Meanwhile, in the realm of the living.
Great! You guys finally made it.
I can't switch back to intake mode!
I told you not to use that cheap black market junk. Alright, cut it out. Does it really matter if Billy can't breathe?
Yo, what the fuck, Nicole? You can't just say that. I thought it was your friend.
What's wrong, Anby? Something bothering you? I'm concerned once the proxy works with another squad, they'll notice a significant difference in the quality of service and won't want to work with us again. Don't be silly, Anby. The cunning hairs are first class, I'll have you know. Besides, we have a relationship with Vathan. Those guys, they're completely new. Nothing to worry about.
She realized she is not built for this.
Dear guide, would you be so kind as to look at this map of the ballet twins?
We do a cheeky upright up while we're trying to import a cheat code, find rain, get the fuck out of here. How bad can it really be? Poopin' bang boo. Funny. Wow! Little guy mode! This Bangbu parkour stuff has a lot of potential. I just hope it becomes more interesting than walking in a straight line in the future. OPs, 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 Rena, me want OPs, Rena, OPs.
The lights are flickering faster. Let's hurry, everyone.
Right!
What the fuck is that, man? He does not do nearly as much damage in the actual game as this. If this cutscene was realistic, he would have taken 3 minutes to kill those 2 enemies, okay? I'm not having this lick on propaganda shoved in my face right now, okay?
Mind your step now, dear.
Yeah, I actually got the OP.
I'll do my best.
Oh my, are you hurt?
Not good. I suggest we withdraw and take some time to rest. Victoria Housekeeping will investigate the cause of the blackout, and we will surely find a way through.
Well, while those guys are busy with the door, I celebrate Chinese New Year and got me a new Nicole skin. So I brought her up to speed with her levels and abilities and jumped straight back into the ballet towers. There is no thinking behind this decision. Pretty skin make brain chemical happy, so fingers press better.
Master Proxy, you're back! You took your sweet time. If you weren't back soon, my phone was gonna run out of battery.
Bitch! Bring a power bank next time. It ain't hard.
Ah, wonderful. You've made contact. Please press the switch. I'll be here to monitor the power.
I can't do that, Lycon. That's quite literally the whole point of the challenge. Not only do you do 0 damage, but you're also dumb.
It opened. Great.
It's thanks to our great guide that we could restore power so quickly.
What's that up ahead?
Do you recognize this backpack?
Yeah, this is definitely Rain's. So she really has been here.
Music.
It's a playback device.
Watch out!
Since we've been invited to dance, I suppose we should oblige. Started. Does that mean that...
Hey! Ethereal! Over here!
It seems someone is trying to use ethereals against us.
Did Rain do this? No, she couldn't.
Ellen, leave one of them conscious!
Thanks for that just now. Ellen, what's wrong? She needs help!
It's nothing. She's just asleep.
Damn, she's just like me for a... Sorry, what's going on? Oh, is Rena torturing a guy? God damn, I wish that was me. Meanwhile, in hell, our long trek up the tower continues. I used one of my tuning calibrators to guarantee a branch and blade song crit rate main stat relic, which ended up with some decent sub-stats too. Crit rate on the 4th slot is best in slaughter. This is Miyabi's best stat and is quite RNG to farm normally. You can basically assume that I'm farming for all manner of things in the background to make my characters stronger, especially disk drives, as these are the best way to buff my characters at the moment. Earlier I mentioned 2 sets which I will prioritize farming. One being Branch and Blade Song, as I need a good enough Miyabi build to be able to actually beat the tower. And the second set is Woodpecker. Woodpecker Electro is the holy grail set for this challenge. Maybe it's not gonna be the most optimal set on every character, but if I am able to farm out a great Woodpecker set with enough crit rate and damage, this can be used on quite literally every character and they should all do very good damage with it. It's kind of a jack of all trades set for doing damage and can turn almost any character into a DPS essentially. I will still build specific characters for specific purposes, however a good Woodpecker build will allow me to plug and play whoever I need whenever I need them. I am not close to reaching that point yet, but that's the sort of end goal. Yeah, the death counters are eating good today. Shielded, Defender, Omega. Some may recognize him as a member of the notorious Eliminate Looter II quest, which beat my ass mercilessly. The major issue with this fight is that the boss generates a shield which can only be removed by either shocking them or stunning them by filling their daze bar. So I was left with 3 major options. Level up Anton a bit more so he can compete with the enemies at this level, or I can remember that I did get a free Harusama that I can use as well, or I can just brute force the fight with Miyabi. If you guessed the stupid option, ding 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 ding. Ding ding ding. You are correct. When the blue shield is up, nothing I own does damage to the bot. This means that the general strategy was hit it until it gets stunned, then unleash maximum burst in that stun period. Once the defender comes out of stun, there will be a few seconds where it won't pop the shield, but during this time it will take 50% reduced damage, so not great either way. However, the funny thing about the indomitable human spirit is that as long as there is a way, it will be found. So after an 8-minute torturous battle, and do not ask me how many hours of attempts prior, the fucking clanker is dead! I'm sorry I had to pull out this slur this one time. Please don't tell Alfie. Please. Floor 10 was an absolute cakewalk compared to what I just went through. And with that, Belle and Miyabi are climbing ever closer to the beauty of life itself. Back in the realm of the living, it's time to go save Rain. And who would be more suited for this job than Miss Water herself? Let's go.
Retreat!
Oh dear. Leaving so soon, dear guests?
Time for a nap! Nap time!
I'm not doing it. I'm not making another fucking ZZZ sleepy joke. Enough is enough.
Hey, manager, we've got trouble! Things just went down big time on the airship. He opened his suitcase, smoke exploded everywhere. Then everyone on the ship passed out, including the pilot. I was saved by my air intake malfunction. It's flying straight toward the hollow where the Belle twins are. Won't be long now until we plunge straight in. Oh no, is this the end?
Victoria Housekeeping is currently with the proxy and the Ballet twins attempting to save Miss Rain. If we can save her in time, we may still be able to change the airship's final destination.
I guess we got 15 minutes. Let's go save Rain even faster than we were planning to save her a couple seconds ago.
Let's hurry, everyone.
No, Rain, please, no, we still need you to save the actually cool characters. Yes! Anby is safe!
Master, I have located a hollow exit leading to the rooftop of the building. The exit is located near Ballet Twins Tower B. Estimated travel time, 7 minutes.
Whoa. They made the whole place woozy. Oh no, the game gave me a full heal. That can only mean one thing. It's time to tango.
That's the ethereal from the atrium.
And now there's 2 of them. Oh, okay, sure. Why not?
Rest assured, Master Proxy. For Victoria Housekeeping, it's plenty of time.
Your wish is our command.
Why are they all like pulling up like they're about to do anything? It's a Miss Water solo masterclass and nothing else. Wait, why do I feel like she's gonna... What's ballet to flamenco? It's just a silly little dance.
They did it! They left!
Our mission continues. Onward.
Manager, I'm over here!
10 seconds remaining.
Hurry up, we're not gonna make it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And with the combined teamwork of Miss Water and the wolf in wolf's clothing, everyone was saved to live happily ever after. The end?
What's that sound?
The way things are, I better get the heck out of New Eridu pronto!
Thank you both for saving me. I don't know how I'll ever repay you.
Don't say that. It's thanks to you we saved the airship.
Their main reason for attacking the airship was to get rid of Perlman. They also mentioned some sacrifice?
I wanted to decrypt the data on that memory unit as soon as possible. But now I'm a little nervous to find out what's on it.
Master, a fragment of audio data has been detected.
So, Horse's homework folder contained audio files? Is he into that ASMR shit? Bit freaky, I guess, but it's got nothing on your boy.
Just tell me, the monster in the monument. What is it? It's Kong.
A sacrifice.
What did he say?
Meanwhile in hell, the climb continues. Floor 11 has 2 dogs. Oh, sorry, my bad. Floor 11 had 2 dogs. Floor 12 has 2 giants. Oh, sorry, once again, my bad. Floor 12 had 2 giants. Floor 13 had these fellas and they died by my blade. Floor 14 had my arch nemesis, Mr. Bull Guy Legolas. But it wasn't too bad. I'm so used to their timings at this point that it's not a big problem. And floor 15 had our old friend Pompeii, but a much more sinister, harder variant. This guy, man, this fucking guy was the bane of my existence for so damn long, even including the fire weakness. Bernice just does not do enough damage to kill him in time. You know shit is getting serious when I'm using her government. I also gave Corin a quick chance, but it's hard for Corin to stick on him to constantly upkeep the DPS, which leads us straight into our first major problem. This boss just loves running around, driving away, driving in circles from you, and just wasting my time in general, and time is the most important resource here. I only have 10 minutes to beat him. Once the timer runs out, so does my existence. This means I cannot play safe. I need to do as much damage as physically possible at every single point of time, because if I don't, I will just not have enough DPS to finish this. Miyabi has pretty good range and her 6-stack Shimotsuki stance does teleport you towards the boss most of the time, so you don't miss out on too much damage. But even so, there were times where I missed attacks because it just ran away to the other side of the arena for no reason. The initial difficulty laid in the 6-point lasers. There is no sound tell, but you can see their opacity increase until the big boom. But with the amount of particles that Miss Miyabi produces, I simply could not see anything at all. There was no tell. Eventually I just learned to raw dog the timing with no tells. The only other awful attack is the driving, I guess. 90% of the time, his basic driving does not have a hitbox, but then sometimes it randomly does and runs you over, and it's genuinely impossible to dodge. No sound tells, no visual tells that I can at least see, nothing. Thankfully, if you react to the initial hit quickly enough, you can dodge out of it and not take too much damage. But if the boss uses this move 5 or 6 times during the fight, it chips away at you heavy. But this mainly affects phase 2, where there are some attacks that I can live if I have most of my health bar, but if phase 1 chips me down enough, it's no mistakes allowed mode. But even if I played completely perfectly, the damage was simply not quite there. So I had to do some rethinking. I was using an attack percent slot 5 because it had the best sub stats, but most of the time elemental damage increase does just end up being better. I mixed and matched around and then tested and found that the damage is very comparable. but the ice one gave me more defensive stats, which I decided to rock for a while. The thought process behind this was same damage but more tanky means maybe I'll live more. I was trying to abuse the placebo effect on my own self. It didn't do shit. I needed more. I did not farm for Miyabi's 4th talent because you need to beat a spoiler boss, and I didn't want to do more spoiler bosses because I feel like it's more hype to encounter them naturally in the story progression. But I did discover that I can trade in Z merits to get the materials instead of doing the fight, and luckily I had just enough to fully max out Miyabi. I think it's finally time to address the elephant in the room. I am level 50. Pompeii is level 70. Flashback to the first chapter where I explained the hidden mechanic which makes enemies much tankier the further the level gap between the enemy and your character is. The little Nikola Tesla that lives in my head developed the brightest bulb known to man. I realized that penetration is by far the best start for me, at least as of right now. Because the enemies have inflated defenses, this means I get more value from the percentage penetration. And the damage boost is pretty damn significant. On average, I would kill the first phase about 10 seconds or so faster, and potentially even faster at times if everything went by super smoothly / perfectly. Which it did not most of the time, but hey, the theory was solid. I also assume the boss becomes tankier in phase 2, which means that it will do even more damage in phase 2, which is the more difficult phase. But while researching while writing the script, I actually learned that phase 2 just has a lot more health, but not actually more defensive stats. My stats right now are pretty good. Not enough crit rate because Miyabi realistically wants 80%, and where crit damage and straight up attack would not hurt at all. Is this enough damage to actually kill the boss in time? Genuinely not sure. I could spend days trying to maybe RNG better rallies, but where's the fun in that when I can just bash my head against the bike until it's crap metal? I said my piece, so now I'll let the gameplay speak for itself. Listen, I wish I was recording my vocals during this moment because the way I scram after this moment was insane. I have no words. Anything I could write into the script right now will never top the absolute cinema which was that fight. You may have noticed from my gameplay that I was panicking in those last 20 seconds, just trying to push through as much burst damage as I could feasibly force out of this Fox girl. I genuinely thought that it's over. I just didn't have enough damage to push through. But I persevered, and my perseverance was rewarded with a diamond rank as I moved closer and closer to escaping literal hell. Don't worry, Belle, I'll get you out of here. I just genuinely don't know if I can stand Wise's dumbass much longer. Now there's only 10 floors left to climb before the girlies climb high enough to leave hell forever. But said task is impossible for them to achieve alone. So I'm really sorry for this, Corin. You are my favorite character. You're a wonderful, wholesome pumpkin pie who would never naturally end up in hell. So I'm genuinely really sorry to do this. Goodbye, Corin. And good luck. Welcome to hell, Corin. Glad to have you. Floor 16, Potra Fellini. Outside of refusing to show up in my polls, she also gaslights me into thinking this is possible, girl bosses my aspirations, and gatekeeps me from playing the damn game. This fight's pretty funny because Potra spawns in with 3 of her goons, who shoot little pew-pews at you every now and again. But despite years of MMO conditioning telling me to kill the ads first, it would actually be kind of easier to fight her with the goons because the attacks they shoot are very easy to dodge, so they give you more dodge counter opportunities which you can take instead of the actual more difficult Potra attacks. Which is really cool and all as a concept and something I was genuinely doing until I realized I can read. The gimmick for this flaw is that she does more damage and takes less damage whenever there are other enemies on the field. So yeah, MMO conditioning was correct, kill the ads first. The fight itself was pretty hard, but that's a really bad descriptor because almost every fight moving forward is quite difficult. They just range from damn, shit, fuck, I swear to God I'm going to point this fucking monitor and Miss Fellini is somewhere in the fuck range. And yes, that is a double entendre. A lot of fast combos keeps you on your toes throughout the entire fight. She goes Ultra Instinct mode sometimes, which is kind of annoying because all it does is waste your time for a bit. She does have some ranged attacks, but if you just perma stick on top of it, you don't actually need to worry about them much at all. She does have the triple traps, which can be tricky to dodge. You cannot dodge over them as they will pull you back in, so you need to physically avoid them by literally just walking around them. And as someone who dodge counters their entire life away, I got caught by them a little, you know what I mean? And by little, I mean a lot. A cool bit of Corin specific tech, but they should work on any character which has a similar skill to Corin. As long as you don't use your skill at a time where she will animation lock through it, so before most animation wind-ups, you can stun lock her for the entire duration of the skill, similar to other humanoid type enemies. This is great as it allows for full skill damage while guaranteeing you won't get hit during this time. And after a bit of fishy negotiation, the kitty goes down. But you see this health bar over here? Yeah, this might bite me hard in the ass in the very damn near instantaneous future. But first, let's address the reason why I said almost every fight is difficult in this 10th floor gauntlet. Belle is that reason. This monkey, no 3D pop, might be the most pathetic excuse for a boss in this entire game. I beat him first try without taking a hit. I wish that any of the other fights were even remotely this easy. He can be stunned by the skill like Potra, but unlike Potra, his attacks are very slow, very easy, and he has very short combos, very little variety in the moveset as well. A fight being easy doesn't necessarily make it instantly bad, but there's nothing interesting or new about this guy's mechanics or moves, so I don't know, do better. Now, floor 18 makes me play the game again. Once again, need to kill all the goons first before the fight actually begins. I don't know if there's too much for me to say about this fight, since I fought a lot of these boxer dudes before in so many different modes, even in challenge modes like shield defense. I'm pretty damn used to their movesets by now, but I guess this will be a good time to talk about another very important level of difficulty for the tower: health management. My HP will not reset until floor 21, so every hit I take makes the subsequent fights that much harder. And if you remember that I beat Potra with less than 20% health, it does not bode well for me, does it? It took over 5 minutes to beat this guy, and I essentially cannot make any mistakes during that time because I will either die or be left with so little HP that I didn't even want to think about the implications. Thankfully, I beat him without taking a hit, making my life that little bit easier. Floor 19 is the complete opposite of the last one. Last floor, I was familiar with the moveset, it was just a matter of execution. Or more like getting executed repeatedly. But this fight, I had no idea what this guy was even on about. Forecast jumps, random swings, lightning circles of doom, lobbing about a piece of concrete like a B-Tech concolder. Whatever floats your boat, big man. I don't have much to say about this fight. Nothing super interesting strategy-wise outside of applying the Old Testament gold standard dodgeball gospel. Listen, kid. If you can dodge a concrete block, you could dodge a ball. And you know what? It bloody works. Works like a damn charm. This might not be a Bernice episode, but let's keep this Cinderella story going, shall we? And I really wish I didn't say that, because now I have to fight Doppelganger Jane. Sorry about that. Jane is, interesting is the word maybe. The fight is very fast paced, which is fine by me. I just really hate that 90% of her moveset is just super fast paced and the general tempo is on that bang 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 pacing. But she has 2 attacks where she just stands there and charges for 4 to 5 business days before she decides to dash at you. And that delay in tempo is pretty whiplashy. It feels like a brick wall can just materialize in front of you at any moment. Quick disclaimer that all the optimizations and cool tricks I talk about throughout the video will be character dependent, so I will be mainly talking about it from Corin perspective, but I feel like they can still be applied to some other characters even if it's not a direct one-to-one. First off, Jane will sometimes stand still in counter mode, and as soon as you hit her, she will deflect and hit you back. This is the freest attack she has. You essentially get full control of when she attacks you, so you get a free dodge counter for that attack. Her zoom 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 zigzag dash attack can be either very easy or very tricky based on if you hit the first dodge counter or not. Corin's dodge counter lasts long enough to dodge the other 2 zags, but if you don't hit that first dodge counter, good luck buddy. Listen, I know I'm talking as if I know a lot about Jennifer, but I was stuck on this fight for so damn long, I was slowly becoming misogynistic. I was halfway through making a 4chan account when I finally beat her ass. Her jumps are usually quite free because most of the time you can use your skill as Corin to immune the attack while also getting a lot of, and sometimes the whole skill off, as it does tend to stun her most of the time. It's not 100% consistent, but it's mostly pretty damn good. Hey, but you know what doesn't stun her? The backflip. It in fact stuns you. Well, it doesn't stun you, but if you are close enough to get hit, you will get cancelled out of whatever you are doing. This includes dashes and skills, which can be annoying at times when she cancels your skill or dash, then slaps you in the face, and you can't react in time because either your skill or dash is still on CD, or you just weren't prepared to react to it. Outside of the 2,000 word essay on Jennifer's body, this fox ain't about to get sacrificed to no demons. Instead, we reach the master rank and keep climbing the layers of hell. But like all good dramas, it wouldn't be right without a cheeky little intermission. So I present to you the police station. Wise got arrested for tax fraud, and unfortunately that does make me like him just a little bit more. No, Chingy, don't open it up. No, please don't. You regret it. No!
Juyuan, there's a new report out. Excuse me.
And that's why you always knock. I tried to warn you, okay?
The target of our operation is the Mountain Lions, a militant group that believes in brutality and is known for its involvement in violent crimes. We're planning to send a small elite squad for a surgical strike against their core forces.
Now would be an ideal chance for a surprise strike.
You'll be leading this operation. Remember, we cannot afford any failures. Is that clear?
Crystal clear, sir. Codename, Operation Hooked.
Oh no, the pub psychiatrist put crack back in the neighborhoods.
Save the trouble and surrender.
While I'm beating people up as Chingy without swapping to the other characters because rules. Chingy mains must be cyborgs in real life. I refuse to believe anything else because I already have carpal tunnel and I've only played it for like 10 minutes. my hand hurty.
Huh? Contact, 2 o'clock.
Up there!
Oh hi there, it's also my misogyny. Time for round 2 I guess. Woo! This is so much easier than the Jane they keep in the tower. The 2 hardest parts of this fight is keeping the stupid ass cat from switching in and not physically injuring myself from playing Chingy, because I need to preserve my wrist so I can physically injure it from playing Corin instead. If you ever wondered who wins the death battle, Death Machine, Killer Robot, or Gender Bent Remy, well this robot doesn't run on nitro fuel baby, it runs on Ratatouille.
I smell etheric matter. Be careful.
Hold it!
Who's there? Stay back!
Let them go! They're not a part of this!
Let him go, huh? Sure. If you take their place.
Deal.
He actually agreed?
Chingy, Julian, just chilling, saving pedestrians, you know how it be, taking all the credit. And then meanwhile, Seth B plot.
Hold on. Where's Seth?
Ow! Shit! I'll never give in.
What happens to us now that we failed the operation? You're turning pale, so I guess this must be it then.
Huh? Hold on, Chingy. It's not like that. We haven't failed yet.
Poor Julian. You're in denial that you failed.
My boss is delusional, dog. I'm gonna be unemployed.
Huh? Jane Doe, contracted consultant for criminal behavior at public security. What?
Me when the imposter isn't so
She's one of us?
Boss!
That's Razor, the mountain lion himself. You bunch of despicable thugs! You have no honor!
God damn, I wish that was me. Fuck. Oh wow, and now I'm actually in Jennifer's body. Where the fuck is Razor's boyfriend? I need to fucking eat him.
You like water, don't you? Well, I'll make sure you drink enough of it then.
Water X Seth? Is that a new ship? Didn't know that was a thing. But Miss Water does have a thing for cats. Interesting. Well, while Seth is being tortured for my personal pleasure, let's go out and do some double agent shenanigans. I lined to the mountain lions from the shadows, highlighted a couple kinks in their defenses, contoured the layout of the tower, blushed open the surrounding areas, played around with keycards like the SCP Foundation, and concealed a bit of useful information. You could say I had my lips stick together. I also did try to cheese my way through the lasers, but to no avail. Mascara. Welcome back to the precinct. This feels illegal. Like being in school at night, you know? Except I'm pretty sure this doesn't just feel illegal, it very much is. Especially with the whole illegal access of government secured files and all. Wait, are those tissues on the desk? I know exactly what you are. Right in the middle of the shared office too. Freak Central. Let's move the fuck on.
Wow, that rat firing girl sure has that riz. I love her.
Hoyo, like, I respect the writing, but like, you're fucked up, bro. Why are you making a 38-year-old woman say Riz, my guy? Making an Urban Dictionary that bitch right before the take, like, why is this, Riz in my script? Can someone explain, please?
Somebody must be thinking about me. I wonder who.
Not good. We have a problem. Gone. All gone.
I knew it. Here you go, take this. My mom always taught me to keep a spare roll on me.
Huh? What's this? Toilet paper?
Yeah, the bathroom's out of toilet paper. Right?
No, the hostages! The hostages all gone!
Did they really give you muscle relaxants? How did you manage to run faster than us the whole way?
The thing with muscles is, as long as you're reasonable with them and motivate them, they'll always be able to move.
In what universe does that make any sense?
My guy Seth operates off that backy logic. Make up some absolute bullshit and just delude yourself into believing it so hard it becomes real.
I can't stand dishonesty. I've heard enough and I've taken enough. Jane, do you get it now? The filthy nature of these gangsters! If you would have just agreed to my terms, we could have avoided all this nonsense!
I agreed
But you're
to your
just so
terms.
obsessed with... hang on. What did you say?
I agreed to your terms. Turning over a new leaf, changing for the better. Okay, I agree.
Huh?
I mean it. Just try pulling on the cuffs with both hands.
It's no use. The muscle relaxants have... They broke. My strength is back. But how?
You sweat more being agitated, and you drink a lot of water. Right?
I don't want to talk about the bathroom, Jane.
Urination plus sweating speeds metabolism enough to almost completely process the medicine.
Damn, boy, were you just frying chicken in there? Nah, for real though, you piss loud as fuck. I think that's pretty cool.
Drink all that...
I'll just kill the traitor then. It'll boost my rep all the same. I'll show you how much weight a mountain lion thing carries!
Here's a taste of the abyss.
You'll pay for this!
And with that, another ghost of the tower haunts us no longer.
I never thought you'd dare to take out Razor. I knew there was something off about you right from the...
Yeah, all right already. All you talk about is the boss, and follow him around like a little lapdog. What did you like about him anyway? How loud he got when he was cussing you out? You into that. Am I wrong? I never saw Razor show you any kindness, yet you still liked him. Don't tell me you see him as a father figure. You hear that? Even the PubSec officer thinks you're pathetic. The big bad daddy who cussed you out every day is gone, and yet you still miss him. What are you? A bunch of daddy's boys.
Hang on! I did not say that!
What's going on? Was that coming from the fissure?
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Damn, girl pull out the Mirandas on them. Well, these guys for sure won't be living life, breathing air, or having a wonderful time. The only place they're getting to will be the prison cell.
Wait, you yawn at work too, Chingy? Aren't you an automaton?
That's fucking racist. Cops are never beating the allegations.
Yes, but that's irrelevant. Exhaustion is a state of mind, not the body. Or, to put it another way, yawning is like the soul burping from eating too much boredom.
You can come down now, Mr. Manager. It's hanging perfectly straight now.
That's probably the only thing that's perfectly straight in that room. Maybe even the whole damn game, that's all I'm saying.
Your gift card is ready. May I ask your name for the account?
You can call me Jane.
And with that, our intermission ends, and our suffering... Oh, fuck, gosh. Continues. Welcome to floor 21. What a dog doing? Beating my stupid ass, that's what the dog is doing. To be fair, this is one of the easiest fights in the tower. Way harder than Bellum, because, well... Bellum, but significantly easier than basically everything else. Phase 2 is kind of easier in my opinion than Phase 1 because the moveset is less diverse and the boss does just take a lot more damage in the non-armored form. And then I accidentally beat it. Well done me, I guess. Sure, yeah, woo. But I wasn't going to make the same mistake as last time. I restarted the fight because I don't want to be stuck with basically 0 HP for the next 5 floors. Seemed like a smart idea at the time, and it was, okay, that's all I'm saying. It was a really smart idea. If you're wondering why there are 2 dogs, welcome to this pentagrams gimmick. Every floor's boss will spawn in a second boss at about 50% HP, and while this second boss is alive, the main boss is demonized. So, more damage, more tanky, more days, and more pain. Oh look, a perfect clear. Let's move on to floor 22. Hey everyone, say hi to Legolas. Now say fuck you to Legolas. We do not respect Legolas in this household. Realistically, one Legolas is not too bad, right? Yeah, it's when you add a second one where I lose every ounce of respect I could ever have for this fight. It's just not fun in the slightest. I spend 20% of the time fighting them both, and then spend the other 80% of the fight doing a cheeky half marathon. At least I'm getting my steps in, I guess. Sure. A bit of an unspoken rule that I employed was that if I use a character in the tower, I didn't want to switch off that character until reaching a checkpoint. And have successfully managed to do it thus far. It's technically not against the rules to switch characters each floor, but I feel like it kinda defeats the point of the whole characters keep their HP between fights mechanic. But forgive me, I did switch off Corin to my girl Miyabi. Still level 50 with very suboptimal discs and beat the fight on Miyabi. Could I have done it on Corin? Yes, I could, but I do not have a single ounce of respect for this fight design to justify the suffering it would have caused. And it's not like it was easy, I killed them with less than 30 seconds left. It was a pretty tight fight with the timing, it's just that I could actually hit them most of the time, unlike Corin. I'm sorry, Corin. This is how floor 23 would look like in 2025. This is how floor 23 would look like in 2010s. This is how floor 23 would look like in the early 2000s. Oh my god, they just hit the second tower. Hi Dullahan. Phase 1 is pretty chill, so this is just a Dullahan. He just fist fights you melee range, which means not much to complain about, but there's also not much optimization either. It's a pretty fast fight, just dodge and hit, baby. It's that simple. Personally, I am really bad at dodging that super giga ultra delayed attack, but I'm bad at dodging a lot of delayed attacks, so not too bad. That is until phase 2 hits and we have Mr. Double Clubber with the double trouble. That delayed attack becomes exponentially harder to dodge because the tell for dodging is low-key non-existent, and it becomes kinda hard to track when you have another dude trying to bonk you over the head permanently. A major issue is Clubman's Scream, which comes out really quickly, and the fact that it does negative damage doesn't really matter because it can stun you, and if you get stunned you can easily get caught by the other guy and it's GG. Speaking of getting caught, sometimes the layering of attacks is just perfect. There's no other way to describe it. They just frame perfect capture you in between dodges and there's nothing you can really do. But the odds of that happening isn't like super duper high, so most of the time it's fine. But it is hard not to take at least a bit of damage during this fight. And I took quite a lot more than just a bit. But eventually the melee menaces fell to the many multitudes of murder my girl Corin brought upon them. Well done, Corin. High five. In terms of what I consider fair difficulty, floor 24 is the hardest floor in the entire tower. I will elaborate on what I mean by fair quite soon, but first let's talk about floor 24. I don't think I fought a Thracian before, so it took me a little while to learn everything there is to know about this boss. Main thing to keep in mind is the lightning aftershocks which he leaves on the floor after certain attacks, making sure not to stand in them because that leads to a lack of breath in the lungs department. But eventually I got really good at phase 1 and was mostly no hitting it. Funnily enough, the winning run I actually had a pretty bad phase 1, but in the end it doesn't even matter. I haven't really talked about my setup much, and this is actually a really good place to show it off. My W drive increases my attack whenever I use a basic attack, a dodge counter or a regular dodge attack. And my 4-piece woodpecker is basically the same thing, but only when my basic attack, dodge counter or skill critically strike. This means I want to cycle using those 3 modes of attack as often as I can to upkeep all the stacks and do maximum damage. It is also the reason why my opener for the Thracian fight is to dodge counter the first attack, get about 2 autos off, and then do a very quick skill before ulting, because this quick little setup actually gives me about 20% more ult damage, which is more efficient than just instantly using it as I spawn in. And the 20% does fluctuate a little due to crit variants. Speaking of crit, my Corin has 63%, and all these other lovely stats you can see on the screen. This is also the point where Corin was finally fully maxed out, because maxing out characters takes so much damn fuel. I was slowly leveling up Corin's skills and talent as we were climbing the tower, so with every floor, not only the enemies got stronger, but so did my evil twin, Corin. I also messed about a bunch with disk drives to squeeze out as much damage as feasibly possible without having to farm for months on end. The optimal setup is pen ratio on slot 5 no matter what. I did a bunch of testing and basically there isn't a single scenario where percentage penetration doesn't do the most damage by a pretty significant amount. A little caveat is that this might just be tower specific, as the tower folk do get buffed up defenses. Physical damage from fanged metal also outperforms crit damage, but this can vary based on crit rate and damage substats. Slot 5 you want attack. Anomaly mastery and impact are both absolutely useless. Trust me, I unfortunately tested this as well. Now, if phase 1 is so simple, then why is this the hardest fight in the tower? Valid question. The answer is phase goddamn 2. The best way for me to describe this phase would be Bullet Hell Zenlezz Zone Zero edition. Call me a Chrysler factory, the way it's just dodge after dodge after dodge after dodge after dodge after dodge, no charger, baby. And this is where my personal weaknesses start to show. I'm more of a strategy type of guy and less of a mechanical phenom type of guy. So when the only solution to my problem is to just perfect reaction through a fight for like 3 minutes straight to kill the ad, then let's just say it ain't too pretty. Both bosses have a lot of move variety, and when they attack together, that move variety diversifies exponentially. So you have to constantly react to new information really quickly, and if you fuck up, you die. Thracian can hit you from both melee and range, so you can't really try and spread them out across the arena, and I'm not even sure whether melee or range Thracian is worse. They both beat my ass mercilessly. However, the only thing more brutal than the layering in this fight is my beaver ass persistence. And once I actually managed to kill the Hulk fella, killing the rest of Thracian's health bar was just another day at the job. This is also about the time that I've sprained my wrist playing a fucking video game. Yeah, point and laugh. Yeah, I got a literal fucking esports injury from playing Zenlezz Zone Zero, and you know what I did after realizing this? I went to go stream Monster Hunter instead of resting. Am I dumb? Yeah, pretty sure this was established a while back. I did give myself about a day to recover a little bit, but I did have a job to do, and that job was not fucking finished. So I grabbed myself by the collar and fucking dragged myself back up. Beaten up about as much as Corin herself. So arm in arm, shoulder cross shoulder, me and Corin dragged our mangled bodies up the next flight of stairs and landed at the final fucking floor of this hellscape of a tower. Floor 25. Twin marionettes. I have a lot to say about the twin marionettes. In fact, I have so much to say I can make a video longer than this one right here, talking just about this atrocity of a fight. Most of it would be meaningless dribble for 99% of the player base, but when I tell you this fight is stupid, I do mean it. So let's talk about some of the main pain points in the fight. The hitboxes are so stupidly inaccurate. Sometimes it looks like you should get hit by something, but you don't. Sometimes it looks like I should be in the chill zone, but apparently I'm in the ultra death zone. I'm going to hells within hells. If you noticed a significant decrease in quality of the video, well done. The hitboxes are still very inaccurate, but the VFX is so misleading that if you minimize your settings, the visual clarity improves drastically and makes it much easier to dodge attacks. In terms of timing their attacks, after God knows how many hours, I could check, but I've been bruised enough by this fight, I'd rather remain in blissful ignorance. I did get pretty damn good at timing their attacks, but timing is not the problem. Reaction speed wise I'm fine, I pressed that right click like a motherfucker. The biggest problem with dodging in this fight is movement. Because of the circular and swaying nature of most of these attacks, you need to dodge in the exact right direction for the perfect dodge to actually connect. If you time the dodge perfectly, but your direction of dodging is slightly off, you dodge the attack but then get hit straight afterwards anyway. I got stuck. And this does end up happening a lot. This is also very hard to track because 1, there's 2 ballerinas that can attack you from so many different angles, which alters your dodge angles, and 2, all the different attacks require different dodge angles for them. For example, you can't always dodge left through the attacks. You need to realize what's happening and react quickly in the right direction. Some attacks you need to angle yourself to dodge the tummies or the crotch if you're a bit freaky, making sure not to accidentally slip past them because that will mess things up as well. But also some attacks you need to dodge left, some right, some straight, or some you have to keep it bouncing between, and it's a whole ordeal. Then you mix all that bullshit up, you add it to your beacon that has the inaccurate hitboxes which make you get hit for visually no reason sometimes, and then you add the secret third ingredient. My own character's movement just doesn't work sometimes. Nice! I don't want to hold W constantly because I need full control of my movement, so when I dodge, I need to input a movement alongside the dodge every time. Or else I will do the stationary backdash. I don't actually know why this happens. Maybe there is an input lag. Maybe the game struggles to accurately process a lot of inputs at the same time. Or another theory that I've had is maybe ping delay, as I do play from the Communism Union on the American server. Either way, sometimes I would press forward or side while dodging and my character would just do a regular backdash and, well, die. My bad. I did not press to go that way, but that's fine. And I know I sound crazy, but I know I'm not delusional, because it is so very egregious at times. It's hard for me to prove this, but there were times where I pressed D, for example, to move right, and it just didn't go through. And so I start spamming it and press like 4 or 5 times in like half a second, and my character does not move at all during this time. Just stands still, staring at me like we ain't doing shit today. Fuck you, bro. Holding down a movement button constantly makes it harder to control, but I could do it. But that has its own goddamn problems. When the camera does big rapid movements, it will sometimes just cancel you holding down W to move forward, and you will just stand still, so you need to unpress it, then press it again to keep moving. Now when this happens, when you need to dodge at the same time, you guessed it, another backdash to the cemetery. So, don't get me wrong, sometimes you'll get lucky and dodge attacks anyway, but you're not gonna get lucky for the entire fight, so having consistent ways to deal with things would be nice. I did give Miyabi a couple cheeky runs, and on my second attempt I actually just spent 10 minutes fighting and didn't have the damage, so it timed me out. I feel like technically it could be possible for level 50 Miyabi, but they do waste a lot of time with phase 3 attacks, so yeah, I don't know. This fight destroyed me as a human being, broken my soul into a billion pieces and rearranged them like a weird Frankensteinian jigsaw. You can call me the human of Theseus, except I'm not actually the same man I was before. I am now something new, something different. This whole fight just feels very unfair. I am on 2 HP, which means I get one shot by almost anything, so I need to beat the most inconsistent RNG, praying to God the game actually cooperates fight without any mistakes. Call me Bob Sponge, the way the shit is fun. I do genuinely think it is possible to beat this fight as Corin in these current conditions. And if I had more HP, I guarantee you I would have been in the fight by now. But that's one made up scenario, and the challenge that we're going through right now is obviously something else. I did try my damn darnest, but when you have a perfect run that just loses because of nothing that you could actually change, it is demoralizing. And when that happens hundreds of times, well, it breaks a man down. I even started streaming the attempts because it was taking so long, and I was kind of losing my mind. It was not pretty. People were calling me the local schizophrenia podcast, to put things into a bit of a perspective. I do go into a lot more detail about the actual mechanics of the fight on that first stream, if anyone is interested, because there is a lot of depth to some of the mechanics and optimizations that do exist here. After thinking things through, taking into account that I am still injured, and that is probably not helping my mechanics either, plus the very RNG nature of the fight, and for the purpose of actually releasing this video, like ever. I'm sorry. I did something that I never wanted to do. I gave up. I used my polychromes to pay to win, level up Miyabi as much as I could, and that gave her just enough damage to beat the fight after a couple attempts. That actually killed the other one, okay. Do this. That's dead. Okay, nice. My heart is beating for you right now, my heart is also beating. Okay, we've done it. Nice, finally. We fucking did it. We finally fucking did this fight. It wasn't even that hard on Miyabi. I just had to actually like get silent there for a second and like actually lock in. Double using the shot. This isn't the ending that I expected. It's not the ending that I would have wanted. But it is an ending nonetheless. And so, Belle, Miyabi, Corin, and Danby. She's also there, by the way. She didn't do anything. She was just cheerleading in the back, but you know, it wouldn't be right to leave her behind in hell. The 4 girls look at the empty room before them. Then they glance back and reminisce about everything which led them to this place. And the only thing separating the girlies and the living realm is just a short flight of stairs. They did not say a word. All you could hear are the echoes of footsteps and the eventual creak of the final door. The door to bring them all back. Mista Fox may have sold his ego to Shaitan for their salvation, but some could say that the will of the universe persists, and all things occur as they are fated to. Maybe this was a necessary sacrifice, or maybe it will bite him in the ass. I just put my feet up on the couch, got a bit relaxed, put my special edition of Oh Sweetie on, and I hear a...
Oh, manager, you're home! I just sent you a message, but you didn't reply. Manager, I have something really important to tell you, but I prefer to do it face to face.
Okay, Billy, I'll be right there. Ah, this better be worth it. So, Billy?
Oh, manager, that was quick.
Billy, have you left the cunning hares? What's with the leaps and bounds truck in this bamboo?
No way.
Oh,
I'm pretty
look
happy
at
with
him,
my
he's
life
so
now.
cute.
And besides, the boss hasn't paid me 1 denny of my bonus yet.
Oh, damn, he's doing worse than me and I'm unemployed?
This truck and the Bangbu both belong to the Sons of Caledon, one of the Outer Ring biker gangs. The Sons of Caledon have intel on Pearlman. If you want to meet them face to face, you should come with me.
Wise, pack the product and my cowboy hat. We're going to New Mexico.
What do you think, manager? The Outer Ring scenery is pretty nice, right? Hey, you see that big guy over there?
That machinery. Is it an oil pump?
Oh, you're good. This area is called the Old Oil Field. The residents here still rely on petroleum for their livelihoods.
No.
What's up with that truck?
No, not again. No, please, why? No, not again. No.
Manager, are you alright?
I'm fine, Billy. Don't worry.
Oh, thank God she's fine.
That's good. You hit your head on my arm just now. It made a really loud sound.
Just before we fell into the hollow, I sent a distress signal to Wise. He'll find a way to help us from the outside.
Both of you have a special condition that means you can't be in the hollow for too long, right?
Yo, that's a crazy law drop just out of nowhere. So you're telling me my girl Belle has a concussion from Billy's robot hits, a deadly ether allergy, and no EOS either? Ay. The game is trying to kill off Belle harder than I did.
You're a proxy! You can calculate a path out of the hollow!
Billy, I need you to enable protocol 10CK1N. We're getting Belle the fuck out of here. Now we have to play tower defense with the data pylons, and the game is actually playing along with my challenge. I know this won't last long, but I'm enjoying it while I can. You can be boring and just kill the enemies, but I always like playing the minigame of trying to keep all the enemies out as much as possible and seeing how much I can actually charge the cylinder before everything dies. Billy doesn't really have good pushback abilities though, which made it a bit annoying for my minigame. Shout out to Hombre in my comments who let me know that I can just rebind the chain attacks to a random key 20 centimeters away, and then I won't have to worry about accidentally switch attacking ever again. This makes my life so much easier because I won't have to restart fights because of accidental switches anymore.
Uh-oh, it's a big guy!
Let's go back to the car and get out of here. I'm really not built for this level of activity.
Fractured vertebrae. Probably her third concussion. Oh my god, is that a Sonic the Hedgehog 3 reference? Oh my god, it's so cool!
It's been a hot minute, little bro. Oh, so this is the proxy I've heard so much about. Alright, here we go. It's time to shine!
Man, fuck this fight, bro. This fight was made specifically to make me regret not pulling for Caesar when I had the chance to do so. Because she is literally the only character that has a significantly different prey style that fits the challenge. Usually, right, I just spam dodge and hit the enemy. This gameplay loop hasn't really changed much since level 1. Mrs. King here, on the other hand, is all about perfect blocking, which is her special mechanic similar to parrying. You don't want to dodge a Caesar because hitting perfect blocks lets you hit the enemy back with a special attack, and it also blocks all the damage the same way dodging would. I genuinely would love to use Caesar. Please bring her back, Hoyo.
Listen, Chow Hayao. Bring back Caesar.
and my life is yours. But alas, in this reality, I should bash the ruthless fiend and say goodbye to playing Caesar forever.
Oh, so this is the legendary proxy, huh? Who'd have thought?
Thanks. You arrived just in time.
Huh? Belle? Belle, are you okay?
Hey, Proxy! What's wrong?
Manager! Manager! Stay with me! Quick! We gotta get out of
here! I have to take some of the blame for this accident as well. We, the Sons of Caledon, must honor our guests with the finest funeral! Lighter.
What? No, you fuckers. No, not again. You Hoyer, you motherfuckers. Please don't do this, please. I can't handle another tower detour. I can't. Please, I can't do this. I can't handle another tower. Oh, thank God. Oh, welcome back, Belle. I'm so glad you're safe. No, fucking do that bullshit to me again, I swear to God.
Don't be upset. It's not every day we get to have fun with the cremation ceremony.
You don't have fun at our guest expense! Bernice! Put away the flamethrower, now! You guys are driving me nuts!
Sorry. We got a little carried away. Welcome to the Outer Ring. May you rise from the ashes. We're the Sons of Caledon, a biker gang from the Outer Ring. I'm the current boss, Caesar. The Sons of Caledon need a favor from you. As for Perlman, his airship crashed here in the Outer Ring during landing. He's lucky to be alive, but he's badly injured and hasn't woken up yet. We'll make sure he heals up, and once he's awake, we'll hand him over to you.
Caesar, are you stupid? If we can't strike a deal with Phaethon, where do you expect me to find a reliable proxy for the Tour d'Inferno?
Even if you don't agree to help us, I won't go back on my word about Perlman.
Caesar, we appreciate your kindness. But as they say, no work, no reward.
Shut the fuck up. Literally, no one asked for your opinion.
Wise is right. Actually, we only came today hoping to get a bit of information on Perlman. We could never have expected what you're offering. Since you've been so honest with us, we'll do everything we can to help you.
Oh my God, Belle, you're so right, actually. Yes, we should help Miss King.
The Tour d'Inferno is an off-road motorbike race that crosses through a hollow.
Is that motherfucking Steel Ball Run reference? Right in front of my Battle Tendency reference? What's next? You're gonna tell me we need to throw a stone into a lava ocean?
The first team to cross the hollow, reach the finish point at Cinderglow Lake, and throw a spark stone into the lake, wins.
Round one.
Besides, you're mad because there's nowhere to buy makeup and snacks on these routes.
Shut up, Caesar! Didn't we agree you wouldn't criticize me in front of guests?
You call that criticism? It's the truth. And you're the one who's always calling me an idiot. You think I don't have any self-respect?
You ruin one's plans each time you open your mouth and expect me to praise you?
Lady Lucy Montefiore, I ruined your plans. Are you forgetting who's the one who was so excited about meeting the legendary proxies that she couldn't sleep all night?
Ladies, please. As a proud feminist, I genuinely hate seeing women get pitted against each other. We are better than this. So how am I so throwing these awful insults at each other? You both insult me.
Enough, Caesar! I challenge you to a duel! Today's the day for the Sons of Caledon to change hands!
Bring it on!
You have gold your last coup, Kakarot. Pathetic. You have veggied your last tail, Principal.
I'm Casa, the mayor of Blazewood.
Mayor of Blazewood sounds like a title that would give to Snoop Dogg in a random commercial.
Proxy, didn't Caesar say you were just going to meet the mayor? What took you so long?
Listen, homie, there's this guy, real swell fella. Rode straight into a lava lake and blew a hole in that bitch. Real gangster shit, get me, homie? Yeah. Saved the whole oil field by himself. Crazy motherfucker.
So did he end up dying in the lake?
Hell no, that's not how real G's ride. Came back 3 days later like back of Jesus. Ain't shit happened to him.
Awesome.
If she really wants to be like the first overlord, she better forget those childish fairy tales fast.
You're not a fan of this legend, Lucy?
It's not that I dislike it, but Come on, we're all grown-ups here.
Oh, I better not be hearing your 4'6" squeaky voice sounding like Ash Ketchum talking about grown-ups, girl. I have a confession to make. It's been quite a while since I've last seen her, and I think I'm starting to forget what Grace's feet smell like. And now, our journey encounters a crossroad. We have two quests that need to be completed. Collecting hallowed air so we can triangulate our victory in the race. And buying new vehicle parts so we can nitrous ahead of the competition like Too Fast, Too Furious. So I decided to lock in Miss War and go for a little shopping trip. Oh hell no, my biker gang boss has training wheels on her bike. Oh, we're gonna lose.
The Sons of Caledon are here, as expected.
Let's move. Stick to the plan.
Go bunnies, burn them all down. Let none remain of the wretched corpse. May hellfire rain upon thy War must be fight. War is just a byproduct of the crazy man who peoples against each other, while Mother Nature begs for coexistence. I could see this cycle repeated time and time again, and if no one is willing to take a stand, I hope to be the martyr of new age. Instead of clashing of blades, I insist we all hands in proclamation of peace. Well, you know, this old man kinda has a point. All this fighting isn't really doing... What the fuck, bunnies?
Some youngsters came by this morning and bought up all of my stock.
Huh?
She said she's from the Sons of Caledon and that they were prepping for the big challenge since they finally got a spot to compete.
Oh, those sly sons of bitches.
We're the real Sons of Caledon. We have no idea who those other people are.
Looks like we've still got a chance to catch them.
Let's get going, Proxy. It's nothing. Watch me burn them to the ground.
Warning. Bernice has activated reckless charge mode.
Who's that? What terrible taste.
Someone who uses Golden Damsel in Distress as their internal username has no right to question my taste.
Shut up!
This is precisely what happens when a fake hater meets a real hater. She can't handle the smoke of my gold fairy. He's different. Cook her ass, girl. Cook!
Little old me wouldn't keep you waiting for a minute longer. Your rides are here for you. Let's get a rolling. Thanks, little old you. Guys, let's ride.
Call me a Ben Starr voiced main protagonist, for I have vengeance to uphold.
Perfect. We're the first to get here.
I was thinking, since we have the upper hand, we might as well call it a day. But seeing you like this really brings out my predatory instincts.
Oi. Despite popular belief, I'm not actually a furry. But this is just a little bit ridiculous, don't you think? Yeah?
So soft. So warm.
Are you crazy?
Nah, she's much worse.
Huh? Don't all kitties love being warm and toasty?
Lots of quick attacks, both melee and ranged, and you have to be careful not to run into those traps because they are very deadly. Miss Water is very much a ranged character with her, flamethrowers and all that. So I had to deal with a lot more poacher ranged attacks than I was used to, because if you're aggressive on melee characters, she doesn't really end up using her range much. But whether she's ranged or melee does not matter, because she's a cute little kitty either way. stupid idiot can't go petted. Motherfucker.
Okay, that's enough. I give up.
But we were having so much fun just now.
What?
Kitty, you're really good. I've never seen a Thyran as skilled and cute as you before.
Cute? Wait, what are you talking about?
Okay, Miss Water. I didn't know you were like that. I guess they call a burn wrist for a reason.
No one's safe from the sharp claws of a cat Thyran.
Don't worry. I've heard that kitties choose to partner up with only the strongest. The Sons of Caledon can definitely live up to that.
We'll see. Once you've actually proven you're the strongest, at least. And stop calling me Kitty!
Ready, guys? You're flirting right in front of my Caesar salad? Lesbians have no decor nowadays. Well, now that my appetite is ruined, let's deal with the second half of this fork and get away from those people for a little while. For this mission, I introduce to you Piper? I hardly know her.
But in the Sons of Caledon, I just so happen to be the best fighter.
Lighter doesn't have enough to do, and it's all because you can't control your temper and get into fights yourself. I even had to find other tasks for him to do. To be honest, for the longest time, I thought Lighter was here just to do odd jobs.
Lucy sure knows how to get the most out of the money she spent.
Man, fuck this Zippo ass motherfucker getting bossed around by Lucy. Why can't she optimize this white boy instead? I wear cool ass sunglasses too. That thing I said a few minutes back? Yeah, that's actually a lie. I know Piper quite well and used her a decent bit on stream, but haven't really had a chance to use her in a video properly. This trucker is a very sold anomaly character, with great AoE with her ability spin attack and truckloads of burst with the anomaly procs. She can deal some very respectable to downright ridiculous damage when she's built properly, which is not how I would describe my build. As I don't have the fuel to make a bunch of different builds, everyone gets the 4-piece woodpecker and 2-piece branching blade song for the big crit rate and even bigger crit damage. Not the most optimal setup, but it's better than literally nothing. A bunch of spins to win later and we run into our problems.
Hold it right there! I've caught you red-handed, you bunch of filthy thieves!
Lucy, what are you talking about?
To grind off numbers engraved on a metal surface in such a short time, you'd need a specialized grinder.
Oh, grinder! Ah, I see what you're saying, Lucy. So you're saying that one of them JoJo characters, one of them fruit bowl ingredients, one of them color palette enjoyers. I see.
Lighter! You smug jerk! It's me, Belle! You ended my 21 streak, you cocky bastard! Just because you're handsome, skilled, happier, and handsome! You think you can just forget my name?
Wait, did he just say you're handsome twice?
Belle, huh? That's cool. I'll remember you.
Don't give me that crap! You've already said that 3 times! Enough talking. I'll brief things today. Right here, right now!
Bellum, not to be that guy, but if you're trying to shit talk, you need to at the very least, not be the by far easiest boss in this damn game. What is the point of talking about Bellum? That's my question. He has the belly flops, which you dodge for free damage. He has the flamethrower, which is worse than usual flamethrowers. Most flamethrowers can be used to cycle dodge counters for some pretty good damage. But as he counts as a humanoid enemy, you're gonna cancel him out the flamethrower after the first dodge counter. This swings are just kinda, well, swings, dodgeball gospel once again. If you can dodge a 400-pound gorilla, then you can probably dodge a ball. I love aluminium! Now that the fork is fully digested, we can move on with our race preparations. If you want to know more about the Potro and Bellum fight, especially if you want to know more about the nitty-gritty details and the mechanics of the fight, I go into a lot more detail about them in the previous video. Check that one out. But before that, Lucy was to have a super secret meeting with Belle. Miss Luciana Holmes over here thinks it's weird how every time we go out to do something, we get jumped. And you know what? Valid. Essentially, there's a spy among us. And I don't mean sus impos. Torbaka Chungus. Hope you enjoyed my haiku about our current predicament. As I'm on a quest to use every Son of Caledon I can, we force-feed Luciana some tapes until she's level 36 and now I'm officially broke. She gets the usual setup, but as I don't have any good support W drives, I actually give her my level 60 brimstone. She can't make use of the effect, but even without the effect, it out-damages everything else I could use on her. Last time I used Lucy was back in chapter 1, so it has been a little diddly while. But she is genuinely one of my favorite characters to play. She really invokes a feeling of Dark Souls 2 inside of me, one of my favorite games ever. Sorry, Ethereals, there's no smart protagonist placement here. Boys, you're getting jumped. My only wish is to be able to get even more bad piggies on my team, because I love these little guys. My personal favorite Lucy combo is layering your skill and ultimate for them to both drop at the same time for an explosive amount of damage. And a little side note, I absolutely love watching the bad piggies just slowly beat the shit out of a guy. There's a certain level of catharsis to this type of torture.
I thought we agreed.
Morse?
You were supposed to come alone.
What are you talking about? Hand over the goods like you promised.
If you want the goods, you're gonna have to pay up. You're mine now, and my prey never escapes.
Oh yeah? Bring it on! Morse, Cussa, let's settle this right now!
See, that's why I respect Lucy, bro. We ain't trying, football, we ain't trying. It's on site, puppy boy, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. We are beating your ass with bats. Morse is a weird one, in my opinion. His moveset doesn't feel fully fledged out, and you don't even get to have a proper full fight with him. All he does is roll around and shoot. Sometimes he'll do a melee swing, but that's really about it. Maybe it's intentional because he's just a runny coward, but he almost feels unfinished in a sense. I don't know. And let that be a warning, little puppies shouldn't mess with the big dog.
He's trying to escape!
Get his ass, Lucy. Okay, yeah, you know he's the shit, cause he's biker Jesus, has his own theme song wherever he goes, man. Okay, we get it, man. Stop horrifying me. So after that whole situation, my girl Caesar seems to be a bit depressed.
Ever since we met with the Overlord, she's been acting weird. She's usually straightforward and energetic. But lately, she's just been sitting on her own, lost in thought. She's even eating less than usual.
And Lucy told us to go take her out for a filler episode since friendship is the best cure for depression. This is not medical advice. I may be a practicing therapist, but you wouldn't be happy knowing where I acquired my license from. Piper is a catfish. Lighter is a woman beater. Grassy, Woody and Bricky beat people with bats. Bernice is mentally ill. Lucy is a tsundere. Big Daddy is a furry. Poultry is a snake. Caesar is stupid. At the end of the day, all your favorite sons of Caledon are bad people. I'm just here for the nitro fuel. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm gatekeeping the Caesar day. Deal with it. And now it's time for the big day. Paint jobs looking slick, engines are revving, and the sun is blazing. Take it away, Jenny.
It's your favorite gal, Jolly Jenny here. 30, 40, or even 50 years ago, a young man performed the miracle of diving into the flames and returning a hero. And in just a few minutes, new heroes will recreate the legendary Torn Inferno. What's that thing flying around?
Good question, Belle. This year we've got over 100 drones flying around and filming every possible angle of the race in a beautiful 4K resolution. And now with only a 10-minute delay in and out of the hollow. It's honestly a technological marvel.
Chit-chat. Let's introduce this year's factions! Defending, we got the Vanquishers, Pompey, Lucius, and Mars! Challenging, we have the Sons of Caledon, Caesar, Lucy, and Lighter!
And we're all familiar with the rules by now, Jenny. Our competitors will take their Sparkstone and throw it into Cinder Lake to give us a light show. Won't you guys?
Alright, folks, take your positions.
Let the Torn Inferno commence! Go, 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 go! Oh yeah, baby, now this is fucking gameplay.
Alright, we're in the hollow. Past them!
Oh shit, yo, what the fuck? Yo, Caesar, did you see that shit?
Not That's what you get for being so slow.
Y'all may not be aware of my past, but back in the day when I was old in the Texan desert, they used to call me the Dust Devil, the Drifting Demon. Never thunk I'd have to cut my retirement in such fashion, but I ain't saying the surprise ain't a welcome one.
Sit tight, Proxy.
What's that sound? The ground's shaking. Everyone!
What the hell happened there?
Proxy! Wake up! Are you okay? When the boulder fell, the ground gave way and collapsed, forming a massive hole. And when I woke up, we were here.
Belle, something's wrong. Very says the footage being broadcast has been tampered with. It's not just ours. Even the footage of the Overlord is fake.
Damn that generative AI to hell.
I don't think this is just about stopping us from winning the Tour d'Inferno.
And there's ether explosives appearing where they shouldn't be in the outer ring. Could they be targeting Cinder Lake?
Are you saying Cinder Lake might be in danger?
Yes, I think Belle's guess makes sense.
We're heading to Cinder Lake. We can't just sit back and watch. As long as we can protect Cinder Lake, we'll figure the rest out.
Guess we have to make the rest of the journey by foot.
I have arrived.
Seriously? What took you so long? Caesar, pipe down!
Huh? Who's there?
Aw, does the little puppy want around too? Didn't get your ass beat hard enough the first time? Or is this some sort of weird kink, you pervert? Oh, fuck off. Stop running away all the time, man.
But dull can be a good thing. At least we won't have to worry about Cinder Lake for a few years. What's with all these ether crystals coming out of nowhere?
I've replaced your spark stone. Cinder Lake will be completely extinguished soon.
Lucius, how dare you?
Sorry, boss. Time to say goodbye. Weren't you disappointed you couldn't face the Sons of Caledon in a final showdown?
That son of a bitch, Lucius. Oh boy, when I get my hands on you.
Caesar, that's...
Old man! Hang in there!
What on earth happened here?
It's Lucius. He betrayed me. Caesar, listen. You must protect Cinder Lake.
Glorious bastard. We meet again. Logically, right? You would think that after 2 damn videos, partly dedicated to this fight, I would have become really good at fighting him. Oh God. Well, I can assure you this is not the case, and the unfortunate reality is that I have to redo the entire sequence of fights and cutscenes every time I want to re-challenge him. Yeah, so I decided to actually level up Lucy a bit to make this fight just a little easier. A couple Miyabi farm runs later and Lucy was level 40. I then unlocked her B and C talent, which gives me a few buffs and leveled up all her relevant skills to rank 9. And the game is still telling me I'm way below the intended level for this fight, but come on, it's story Pompeii. How bad can it really be? We meet again, Mr. Pompeii. My friend, my enemy. Let's have our battle dance of hammer and bat one last time before I put an end to your breath forevermore. No need to aura farm like that, bro. We see the fit, biker Jesus. We see the fit. We respect it too.
I'm here. I'm fine.
But Cinder Lake, in a few minutes, it'll be completely extinguished. How ironic. Even with the Sparkstone, it's too far away. There's nothing we can do. Unless a miracle happens. Huh?
I'll get the Sparkstone there.
What? Wait. No. Caesar, you can't leave!
Caesar! Have you lost your mind? You'll die!
Yes, do it, Caesar. Do it, do it, do it. Go, 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 go. Do it, do it. Do it for the vine, Caesar. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Yes, yes, yes. Do it, do it, do it. Caesar, do it, do it, do it, do it. Go, 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 go. Do it for the vine. Do it, do it, do it.
You're right, Lucy. Even without oil, we can still make a living somewhere else. But what about the people who don't have a choice? I'm sorry, but this is what I have to do. Don't look at me like that, because I'll start to feel afraid.
I'm not gonna lie, gang. I didn't think she'd actually do it.
Caesar, you...
Caesar, you crazy bitch. Very stupid and even crazier bitch. You did it. You fucking did it. Welcome back, girl. Welcome back.
Yo, we meet again.
With this, our Fast and Furious ripoff ends, as we are reminded that family is in fact the most important thing, whether you are united by blood or by the threads of fate. We said our final farewells as our siblings, Fairy and Dios, all packed their bags and got ready for the journey back.
Seeing Caesar fall, that helpless feeling. I never thought I'd go through it again. Just like that time.
Wise.
Belle, you really have to admit we're family in moments like this. You must be thinking the same thing. This is the edge of the city. Eos and Fairy are here too. It's time.
Huh? What's this? I think I'm smelling a lore drop.
We're here. Let's go up.
Come on, Eos. Don't forget your scarf.
Our young proxy stood beside the monument, dedicated to those who fell along with the great capital, as they reminisce on their youth in the city that could never be again. A single name sparks into mind: Carol Arner, the supposed perpetrator of the events which caused the capital to bend its knee for the Hollow. As her only students left, Belle and Wise carried the legacy she left behind and the shame of her name. But they made a promise to uncover the truth behind what truly happened on the day of the capital's fall. No matter what.
You're the head of Section 6, Hoshimi Miyabi.
Oh, hello there, lovely. Haven't seen you, well, since hell. How's life treating you in the literal sense?
My condolences. I hope you can find peace soon.
Thank you. But I don't intend to find peace.
Hmm? You don't want to find peace?
Indeed. I shall not seek peace until all those responsible for the fall of the old capital are apprehended.
Ooh, drama.
I'll catch them all. None will escape me.
Lady Miyabi is here! Lady Miyabi! Please step on me!
Really shit I ever heard in my life.
No wonder it's so crowded. They're all fans of Section 6. Looks like they're hosting an event here. Should we get out of here? We don't want to be another notch on Section 6's belt like Nullface.
What are you talking about, Belle? We're law-abiding citizens.
How do you do, fellow law-abiders? This Section 6 fanboy invites them to an experimental VR battle testing environment. Personally, I would tell them to get the fuck out of my house! How did you even get inside? As someone who's read the cautionary scripture of Sword Art Online, obviously the twist in the end will be that the guy's a nonce.
But if I remember correctly, it said it would be voluntary. If you'll allow me to ask everyone first.
If participating in this means I can skip the debriefing, I'm in.
Do we get to go to the HIA club? Oh, they've got snacks there. I want to go.
Aha! Doing the VR test means I can skip my shift, right? Count me in.
Look at them! These silly sausages yearn for unemployment.
Section 6 is willing to participate in the VR test. We look forward to working with you.
So this girlie asked for a picture with her favorite Section 6 members, and why is Belle and Wise 4 bombing here? Girl, do you want to get caught? Those are basically super cops. Chill!
Wow, feels just like being outside. Oh, and I've got this.
Yeah? Let me see that. It's got a realistic weight, too. All right, then.
My weapon feels perfect too.
Who even needs good writing when your heroine is addicted to aura farming?
Well then, let's begin the combat test.
Okay guys, well done, job's done. Let's head back to home base.
Thanks. We'll log out right now.
To absolutely no one's surprise, they were not in fact heading home. A hacker is holding them hostage in the virtual world, and the only way out is to find a way through it. I plan to do just that, and then... I literally did a whole bit about how I rebinded the switch attack button so it's impossible for them to happen again. Guess what? It happened again somehow. Actually, genuinely, not a single gosh darn clue about where that came from. The attack I did is binded to numlock 2, and I don't own a fucking numpad. I don't have one. It's literally impossible for me to press that fucking button as it doesn't exist on my fucking keyboard. I'm bewildered, but let's just keep it pushing. Oh, fuck it, I don't get paid enough for this. Ah!
Huh?
What in the iRobot clone jutsu is going on here?
Chief Miyabi, now! There's no hiding instinct.
A few data simulated battles, Sherlockian investigations, and sacrificial allies later, Tsukishiro Yanagi was ready to face the final threat in the collapsing streets of the last city.
I don't think so.
To protect the city, I, Tsukishiro Yanagi, become light.
Pawn to e5.
Because you're not her.
Knight to f6. Knight to C6.
My right hand.
Miyabi?
My right hand. I sprained it earlier, stopping the blade.
Pawn to C6.
Back then.
It'll lead to subtle changes in my movements. You've always looked after me, after all of us. You're the only one in this world who can capture it.
Bishop to C5.
Thank you, Chief.
Pawn to H5. Knight to G4. Queen to D6. Queen to G3. Queen to H2.
You can go alone.
You selfish ass fox, this was supposed to be Yanagi's moment, but no, little Miss Aura needs to farm one last time. Spoiler alert, it's not the last time, she farms whenever she's on screen.
Everyone's been light for so long. It's time to go back to being human.
So, the virus was implanted in us by the enemy through that badge?
Virus isn't exactly accurate. It's a set of identification codes that aren't inherently dangerous and don't actively emit signals. Their sole purpose is to be detected during a full body scan when the wearer logs into the VR training machine. But when read, it becomes a virus. It opens up a back door, allowing the attacker to hack into the system. Or at least, that's what the tech staff reported.
Ooh, flashback to chapter 1 when I was making fun of the hacking writing.
Start a debug now.
Now this? Not only more realistic, cause like who cares to be honest, but also way more interesting and fun to experience. I'm thoroughly impressed. But now it's time to return to the real world and see what it has in store for us.
That's the guy! He's one of the masterminds behind the Vision scandal. He's Sarah's partner, her protector, her secret ally, Inspector Bringer.
Oh, look who's finally awake. Took your sweet time, buddy.
You have to believe me!
What the hell? He's so tiny! Perlman, bro. No wonder we couldn't catch him. Little guy just kept slipping through our fingers.
So basically, I'm really just a puppet. Sarah's the one orchestrating all the company's major plans. And the only reason she dares pull all these risky moves is because Bringer's got her back.
Do you have any concrete proof besides what you've told us?
I kept hard copies of every proposal and email related to the old Metro project that Sarah worked on. I hid those copies among various construction documents. If we can find them, we'll have evidence of her communications with Bringer.
With proof like that, we can definitely make a case. There's always a bigger fish. A wise hare uses the tiger to eat the wolf. So if we want to take down the tiger, we'll need an elephant.
No, Belle, no, you got to dress
There aren't many organizations in New Eridu that can match public security's influence. The Defense Force, White Star Institute, and... Wait, do you mean...
Arranging a secret meetup in the Outer Ring on such an important day. You better have worthwhile intel, Nicole of the Cunning Hares.
Damn, Perlman makes Hoshimi's 4'6" ass look tall without the ears. Damn, that's a real talent right there.
You were accusing Officer Bringer of a criminal offense, but the witness's info only indicates another suspect.
Thank you for your professional opinion, Miss Class Rep. But your fancy talk isn't helping us decide what to do next.
We need to look further into the Vision case.
Take that! Hold it! Are you smirking? Did you just give me an I-1 look? Got it!
Not at all. I was just adjusting my glasses. You must be mistaken.
Bet you didn't have very many friends in school, Mia.
Oh shit, nigga! Those shit talking lessons paid off, goddamn! Hold it back, bro, hold it back!
Stop. You've been intentionally positioning yourselves to surround us since the conversation started. I don't like it.
Oh my. very perceptive. Guess it's no coincidence our metal friend has his hand on the holster?
I'll take my hand off my holster when Miss Star Student lets go of her retractable blade's handle.
As I said, we need to look further into the vision case. In addition to Proman, we'll be taking this one too.
Huh? You want to take me in?
What did she do? She's literally a hell bestie. There's no need for this girl, no. Here when society pits two beautiful queens against each other. SMH my head, SMH.
Seeing you here was unexpected, independent investigation team lead. Or should I call you proxy?
You can call me whatever you want, baby. You can call her whatever you want too. Miss Belle, Baddiana, Helldiver 2, Fishing Genius, Beast Wife. She cool with it? Probably, I don't know. She might beat my ass for saying this.
Proxy, I'm sorry. We might not be able to hold them off for long. Run as far as you can.
Belle, Wise, run, get the fuck out of here.
We've changed our route so many times, but they're still hot on our heels.
Huh? Focus on the road. Yep. I'll deal with them.
I've got you now!
Eat my dust.
I hardly know. Let's go. Grandpop still got it.
Take this!
What happened?
Yo, Miyabi, chill with that angle. You should know I'm quite notorious.
My eyes are up here, man.
And so, the devilish duo is reunited once more.
Miss Miyabi, could you please let go of my hand? I kinda need to wipe my sweat off. No, it's pure luck I found you in the hollow. It'll be hard to catch you if you escape again. The Hoshimi family doesn't make the same mistake thrice. Shouldn't that be twice?
You gotta give yourself a little leeway, Belle. Come on, we're not robots now, okay?
You have the combat prowess, and I have the skills to find the exit. Let's put aside the whole arrest thing for now and get out of here together. What do you say? Understood. Let's call a temporary truce and work together. Great! Could you please let go of my hand now? I really need to wipe that sweat off.
I love how Belle just very conveniently left out the bit where she has Turbo Ultra Giga Holoalogy and will simply evaporate in the next 5 minutes. Nice one, Belliana. Nice. How cute. The game is giving me a Miyabi tutorial. Oh boy, trust me, I know how to play Miyabi.
Impressive. I've already got some usable exit routes. The nearest one is... What's happening? Tailless. Just trying to break free. What? Miyabi! Miss Miyabi! Miyabi!
I'll find you.
And that, kids, is why you don't mess around with forces beyond your understanding. We may have escaped hell and gave Miyabi a cool power-up, but now Lucy is pissed. No, not that Lucy, she's always pissed. Lucifer! Wasn't a big fan of our little stunt, but I guess what's another foe to the collection?
Miss Miyabi? You good? You don't need to worry about me. I've been through worse situations. An incident like this won't faze me.
Miss Miyabi, there are sparks coming off your katana.
What? Sorry, I lied. You don't look very unfazed. That's not funny. And my response was normal. All right. Miss Miyabi, there's foxfire on you! Where? Sorry, I lied again. See, you fell for it.
Trolling her. That's my goal, Belle, right there. I love how no matter how hard I try, the game just doesn't let me walk into the laser beam. Because it knows that Belle is not that fucking stupid. Only I am.
It's over, right? You can come out now, Proxy. Proxy?
You're awake! Manager's awake!
After leaving the Hollow, the rejection reaction caused further complications, with a brief cardiac arrest being
Brief cardiac. What now? Stop now. Stop already. Stop trying to kill off Belle. I know I made the joke, right? But you're taking it a bit too far. Every fucking 10 minutes, Belle is just like, oh, I almost died. Ooh, I'm almost dead again. Ooh, I'm almost dead again. Like, stop. My heart can't take it, man.
Perlman, the key witness in the Vision scandal, was in the same vehicle as you. After the crash, you got thrown into the Hollow, and Perlman was captured by the mercenaries that attacked us.
Not again. We got him back like 10 minutes ago. Ay. How about we give Belle some time to rest up before continuing our search for Perlman? I've wanted to use Benjamin for a little while now, but couldn't really find the right place to use him. I've wanted to go on the Nivea hunt for a long while now, but couldn't really find the right time to do it. And there will never be a better time than now. For anyone unaware, Hollow Zero is a roguelike mode inside of Zenlezz, where you have to traverse through floors of enemies and challenges while collecting various buffs to become as strong as you can before the final boss. Ben's skill, if timed correctly, can nullify attacks, so it works in a very similar way to Caesar's counter. This is a fun alternative to the dodge-only playstyle which I've been running this entire time. Ben also gains a shield from his skill, and if you keep timing your blocks well, this shield should, theoretically, never drop. Because of this, I prioritize grabbing any sort of shield buff through the Hollow Zero adventure, alongside any crit buffs, as I am currently running my standard crit build on him. We pass by the Windfall 2 Conspicuous event, which lets you trade in your character's health for gear coins, and being the smart nugget that I am, I obviously gave up all my health for materialistic gain. But there is a method to my madness, as I do have a Resonia which gives Ben more damage based on how many gear coins have been spent throughout the run. And you can't spend coins without owning any, so it's an investment, okay? And so I buy out every shop I come across and battle through levels until the first boss shows its face. Don't mind the occasional time shenanigans, I snagged the shuttlecock, which slows down time when a perfect dodge is triggered, so I end up balancing between both using the skill counter and the dodge for maximum efficiency. The gang made it back home, and after a bit of rest, we started discussing how to track down Perlman once again.
This might sound cruel, but why go through the trouble of kidnapping Perlman when they could have just killed him? If their goal is to silence anyone involved with the Vision scandal, isn't it easier to just dispose of Perlman?
Warning. Approaching the video store. Warning.
Good day. We're conducting security patrols on 6th Street during the election period. Please open up.
Y'all got a warrant? Because if you don't, you can fuck right up, buddy. Shut up.
If you won't open up, I've no choice but to do it myself.
Wait, hold on.
Please cooperate.
Hold it.
Huh?
The Special Response Team will take over 6th Street's inspection from here.
Yeah, girl, same.
Now, Manager, please explain what is going on.
Allow me to explain. It's been a while, Juyuan. It is I, Hoshimi Miyabi. Allow me to sum this up. There's more to the Vision case than meets the eye. The true villain slipped away, in shadows they hide. In the outer ring you fought with all your might, Key witness captured. No pearl.
Yo, Chingy, can you like stop, bro? You're stealing my jokes, you're stealing my bits, you're stealing my electricity. I literally did the whole point thing last chapter and in the previous video. Listen, we either gotta team up or you're gonna have to back off, okay? Let's not start any altercations here, okay?
It's true. We're proxies. But I swear, we've never done anything bad. We are, the most lawful among the unlawful.
Something tells me she didn't like that one.
I had my doubts about the manager's identity. I mentioned it to Juyuan on the way here, and she...
I didn't believe it. I was convinced the managers wouldn't deceive us, so I was willing to bet on it. Too bad. I was wrong.
Oh no, she put the house on us not being proxies and she lost everything. I'm so sorry, Juan.
I'm not going to escalate this to my superiors until the day's over. You have enough time to secure your evidence.
Thank you, Juyuan. Thank you for believing in us.
Don't thank me just yet. If my investigation shows you're lying, like I said, I'm not going to bend the rules for you. Proxies.
Oh, she's so mad. Oh, fuck. Shout out to Chingy, though. She might steal my jokes and gives me carpal tunnel, but hey, she comes in clutch when she needs to.
We did accuse her direct boss and mentor of being a criminal mastermind. So, it's understandable she'd be upset.
I may not know you or Officer Juyen that well, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't the accusations against her boss that upset her the most.
I know Juyuan. She would never do anything that perverts the course of justice. And she's easy to persuade. All you need to do is look her in the eyes, take her by the hand, and tell her your thoughts gently. The closer you are, the better. You can give it a try once she's back, Proxy.
Chief? Where'd you even learn that?
I learned it from Juyuan's mother. I've tried it, and it's very effective.
Height difference Yuri aside, it's time to retrieve our tiny pathetic little man. Yet before we do that, I would like to take you back to chapter 1 where I used this fun little character called Lycan. I've used him for about 8 minutes. Called him absolute ass and never touched him again. In fact, I've been slandering him every chance that I get. A few people weren't too fond of my assessment of Lycon, and it makes sense. It was my first time playing through the game, it was like 3 hours in, and now that I've learned a lot more and took up many challenges, I thought it would be a great time to use him again and really test if he's ass or was it simply a skill issue. And that I'm pretty early on, so I went ahead to level his skills up a little to give the puppy more of a fighting chance. Look, I know this isn't the most optimal setup, but I'm broke and this is all I could really afford. Side note, going from farming on Miyabi to farming on Lycon made me feel like a Victorian child getting introduced to Skibbity Toilet. Did I win after this training arc? Nope, it was actually going pretty well, and then this happened. I don't fucking know. The game itself hates when I play Lycan, I guess. I tried everything to get out of there, but no luck. From what I can see, the enemy kind of boosted me to get up there, as there's no other enemies on the table. I couldn't get off. Lycan might be a generational loser, I'm not gonna lie. Lost his respect from me, lost his inbounds privileges, lost his voice actor. This guy can't catch a break. I couldn't attempt after some awful RNG and then reached this room. Ready, guys? This? Right now? When I'm playing Lycan of all things? Fine. Fuck this game. Then my disheveled ass scrounged its way to the final boss, which of course is a duo fight. I killed one of the bots but then quickly fell to the other one. At this point I was at kind of the brink of my sanity, and in a moment of weakness I pressed the rewind button, which I said I wasn't going to press as it's quite sleazy to use in a challenge. Yeah, I beat the fight and moved on with the rest of the story. I'm sorry. Is what I would say my mama raised a quitter! Ask my mama, mama, did you raise a quitter?
No, dear.
Ask my mistress, am I a fucking masochist?
Yes.
I came back after like 2 hours, grabbed the puppy by his scruff and said it's time to run him back, my boy. Sprint towards the first batch and try to group them up as much as you can to take minimal damage from the Gatling guns. Run into the next room and group the 2 goons together and try to dodge them as much as you can, but mainly prioritize killing those 2 first. Finish off the last goon and then 1v1 the bot. Imagine you got gorilla glue on your forehead and you accidentally headbutt his crotch. Because you cannot leave his crotch. If you stay close, he uses less and it's much easier to dodge them. Spin his mechanical grave once you're done as you dodge the 2 snipers jumping you the second the fight ends, man. Sprint at them and eat their organs for sustenance. Shield guys more like piss guys, just stun lock them until they die. Group and focus the ranged guys cause shield guys are pissed, we already established that. Forecast room with 10 guys? No advice. Objective, survive. Save your ult for this phase and try to take as little damage as possible. Nothing really changes for the next while. Walk into a room, dodge onslaught, kill priority targets. Sprinting around is a good way to dodge the Gatling sprays, but it's not always consistent, unfortunately. The only consistent defense is breaking line of sight with the guy who's shooting. When you reach the room, you just spam dodge, and then you pray. Take out your frustration by screaming at Perlman. Do a robot? I've literally killed you guys before and guess what? I can do it again. No matter how many times you get repaired and come at me, the outcome will always remain the same. I'm the king of this scrapyard and you're just scraps under my dang feet. Nothing more, nothing less. All done. Final verdict on Lycon, she does indeed have the assets necessary to upkeep his title as the assest of the ass. Smoke the Lycon pack on his ass? That's an ass tray. Oh yeah, I bet you like that, you little slut.
Oh, isn't this a surprise?
Bringer.
Chief Hoshimi Miyabi, you are suspected of improper dealings with Perlman, the notorious criminal. I need you and your subordinates to come with me.
Section 6 is alleged to have had unreported private contact with an important suspect. However, those actions were undertaken solely by Chief Hoshimi Miyabi. We noticed our superior's misconduct and rushed to confront her, just as you arrived.
Are you trying to say you have nothing to do with this? I'm the acting commander. Do you think I'm an idiot?
Yes.
He got it wrong. So I threw him into the hollow in a fit of rage. I do what I want. This has nothing to do with them. Take me if you want. But only me.
Chief Hoshimi Miyabi of Section 6. You are suspected of endangering public safety. And shall be arrested immediately.
It's like I've said before and I'll say again, ain't no song called Fuck the Hollow Special Ops Department. And I'll leave it at that. The Bringer ambush and the loss of Miyabi considerably hurt our operation. So it would be for the best to give him a little bit of time to recuperate and rethink our plans moving on ahead. While the boys are occupied with that, let's talk about another crucial mechanic in Hollow Zero. Corruption levels. You need to balance your corruption as the more stacks you have, the more debuffs you receive, and there is even a superior super special debuff if you max out your corruption. It's called Hay Fever Eye, and I have it right now. Nevea does more damage, summons more adds, and Ben's HP is constantly drained in and out of combat. Sounds pretty bad, I know, but think about it this way. If your corruption is maxed, you don't need to worry about getting more corruption. Fucking lovely. If you're always on 1 HP anyway, who cares about the health drain? Honestly, this corruption thing is kind of a boon. We explored further and further into the hollow until we eventually reached the beast's nest. Who wins? 1 HP Benjamin Bigger or the big bad beast from the hollows, Nevea? I would say the answer should be quite straightforward. Of course Nevea wins. What the fuck type of unfair matchup is this? I'm getting set up. hardest part is genuinely just dodging this onslaught of projectiles. If you can dodge all of this, I'd be surprised if you couldn't dodge a bomb. It might have taken a couple attempts, but eventually Nevaeh's patterns were memorized and she was nothing more than another plant meant to wilt and wither away. She just leaves. Okay then. Never thought I'd be blue-balled by a monster 3 times in a row now. Fine. It's not like I wanted to kill you or anything. Baka.
Hello, can you hear me? It's Juyen. For high-profile cases, the precinct sometimes puts small tracking chips on suspects when they're detained to stop them from doing anything dangerous.
Hang on. Does that mean that the precinct could have tracked this guy down anytime they wanted?
Yes, they could have easily found Perlman.
Our entire operation was based on one assumption, that the mastermind was doing everything to stop us from revealing the truth, to eliminate Perlman, and to cover up their crimes.
If we were mistaken, then that means Bringer didn't take Miss Miyabi to undermine us. He must have taken her for a different reason. Hang on, I just remembered something. The strangest thing happened while we were in the Outer Ring Hollow.
You can't be serious. That crooked commander's target really is our chief.
They took Miyabi right before my eyes. I'm such an idiot for allowing this to happen.
Miyabi is being transported in a public security vehicle. I can track it. As for Officer Bringer...
He's over where the vision scandal was exposed, just outside the Dead End Hollow. Guys, let's split up. We'll search for Bringer and look for Miss Miyabi at the same time.
Okay, Miyabi. I've got you out of one pickle before. You might have ended up in it because of me in the first place, but that's not the point. And I'll get you out of another. I won't let no vinegar end up all over my Miyabi, that's for sure.
Alright, got the info on Miyabi's transport vehicle. Wait, the nav data shows that the escort vehicle's final destination is the site of Bringer's speech? This is bad. Tons of people are heading there right now, and the streets are jammed. How do we get through?
Let's use the hollow. Dead End Hollow is nearby. We can cut straight through. Don't worry. I know a way to get there quickly and safely. Trust me, I've done it before.
Belle be like, I know a spot. And it's a fucking moving train.
To understand their motive. The only way to do that is to talk to her father. But my usual channels only get me as far as their household staff.
We just need to find someone who has connections to high society, right? Then I might just know someone.
Belle be like, I know a guy, and it's your biggest fucking up!
Master Proxy. It's been quite some time. I never anticipated a call from you on a day like today.
Hello? Lycon said you had something urgent to discuss with me?
Please listen to me, Mr. Soichiro. The katana went out of control today. It unleashed massive foxfire. We barely managed to force it back into the scabbard.
What? If anyone is plotting against the Hoshimi family, they must be after the katana. But the power sealed within it is forbidden. Only the head is qualified to inherit and receive it, and the process is extremely dangerous. It is imperative that the scabbard remain intact. Under no circumstances should my daughter use the katana if the scabbard is compromised.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the city,
I get to witness the true form of the cursed blade. It is indeed so beautiful. This monstrous energy is exactly what we need. You're right. No one can threaten you. So we'll make you the threat.
Release it!
welcome back, my precious Miyabi. How I've missed you. As you're such a fan of playing silly little games, why don't you stick around and play a tad bit longer? And don't you dare refuse, for if you die, your precious city will fall alongside you. Wow! Amazing! Outstanding! Truly delightful! You're such a fine sport, my precious Miyabi. You're so sweet. You're so blessed. You're such a first-aged imbecile. You think you waltz into my house and embarrass me in front of all my subjects? Did your father not teach you any damn manners? Fine. I guess I'll have to teach you myself. Try not to die, my lovely. The consequences would only make my work harder. Fine. You've been warned enough. Time for some mental torment. Have fun. Brilliant! Wonderful! Truly stupendous! Fine. You've entertained me enough for now. Don't ever cross into my realm again. Unless you're planning to stay, of course. Ta-da!
Can you hear me?
Proxy? Yes, it's me, Miss Miyabi. You're finally awake. How are you feeling? The citizens... Did I hurt them?
Rest assured, Miyabi, you didn't hurt anyone. When those strange flames appeared in your eyes, the manager and I knocked you into the dead-end hollow.
I see. Thank you. I almost made a terrible mistake.
Leave her to me. I'll take her to the nearest medical center. Go, manager. Go catch the culprit. We absolutely cannot let him get away.
As Bringer's plans were failed once again, he had no other choice but to run. And his trail led us straight to the docks of New Eridu for one final showdown.
Hold it!
Surrender at once, Acting Commander Bringer. No, you've lost your right to that title.
Since you've delivered yourselves, I won't have to hunt you down later. The Cursed Blade's power is mine. This perfect form will lead us into the Age of Hollows! Creator, I implore you, remind me!
Well, this is gonna be a bit of a handful.
That hand!
What? Bringer turned into... an ethereal!
Be careful, everyone.
Unfortunately, you cannot change the lineup for the final fight, which means we have to beat this fight on Miyagi. And Miss Tsushikiro is a pretty good character. I will not be complaining, it could have been much worse. However, this also means I don't really have much control over the strategy for the fight. Dodgeball Gospel strikes back. Dodge until there is nothing left to dodge, and hit until there is nothing left to hit.
Don't let your guard down.
Yay! Uppies!
Good to see you on board, Master Fox.
That's my evil twin, go! I need you, Bringer is being my ass, go help, go please!
Please do not worry. Victoria Housekeeping is here to assist.
Such politicians don't go in
He's blocking the way. Should we take a detour?
Jesse, I've reunited with the love of my life, Jesse. Jesse, this is the happiest I've ever been. Let's clear the way for the proxy, my love. Hey, Anton. Glad you're here too, I guess. Oh my god, Grimace, go! Yes, 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 oh my god, I love you! Please, 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 if we survive this, please marry me! Ow. Yeah. Deserve that, to be honest.
We can't let him keep eating. We must stop him. Something's wrong with Bringer.
This shit never fucking ends! Ah, shit, fuck, piss, fuck, run!
Leaps and bounds? Special delivery.
Sorry for the wait, everyone.
I've gotta hand it to you. You've done well to make it this far, Bringer. But your reign of terror ends here. You may think you're a big shot and all that, but trust me, I've handled much worse.
No. Huh? He's my target.
Sorry, but thanks for bringing the chief over.
One last overtime.
Late night snack after work. Section 6. Operation start.
Strategic planning? Mechanics discussion? Listen to me. If you can dodge a 20-foot tall blade, then you can dodge a damn ball. Don't dip dive and dodge, motherfucker. Don't dip dive and dodge, motherfucker. This one's for the cunning hairs! Anby, Nyakamata, Billiam, and Nicole, my day ones, my OGs, I love you guys! This one's for Bellabong! Kaleda's father will be avenged, and I don't even care that he's a horse. This was for Victoria Housekeeping. I may hate you, Icon, but I will tolerate you for my goat, Corin. Please lend me your energy one last time, girly pop. This was for all the investigators you've let down, Bringer. I'm really sorry for lying to you, Anne. Please, please, please forgive us. Please, 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 please. This one's for the Sons of Caledon. Thanks for reminding me what we do this all for. For family! Void Hunters, it's time to do exactly what your namesake suggests. Hunt down this hand-obsessed freak. Unleash 100% power! He's in your hands now, Lucy. Enjoy!
Seriously? Talk about showing off.
My hands are up. This was a beautiful journey to experience. The hype was energizing, the aura was cultivating, and the writing was a bit ill. Well, that's how we like it. Look at my two goats together, as it should be. Thanks for carrying my dumbass through this, guys. I love you.
did you take our teacher?
Carol Arna. The day the old capital fell, it was that giant white hand that took her away.
What's going on? I'm a little scared, a little scared. A little scared. I'm really scared right now. What's the point? Where did that come from? You can't end on a cliffhanger like that, man. Fuck you, Bringer.
Miss Miyabi, would you be willing to continue working with us?
Take this. It's a token proving you're under the protection of the Hoshimi family. Even if you're proxies. You're my proxies.
Oh, my heart has been melted into liquid blood. Oops, I'm dead. Thank you forever. Damn, seems Lucy is so done with my bullshit. Hell is literally off limits for me now. I guess no one else wanted to take me? That's kinda sad, honestly. Moping about aside, our quest to kill Nevaeh is not quite completed, as we do need to hunt her down one last time. 2 last time actually. Oops, I lied again. 3 last time, I'm pretty sure. This adventure began with Ambi showing me the ropes and holding my hand through the tutorial. So it only makes sense to bring back Ambi for one last rodeo. Soldier Zero Ambi, or Sanbi for short, is another agent I really wanted to use at some point but never really found the chance to do so. While we hunt down Nevaeh to her final nest this time, hopefully, I just wanted to take this moment to kinda talk about this challenge. This game isn't meant to be played with one character, that's kinda the whole point, but I feel like we managed to push soloing here pretty damn far. Obviously it could have been pushed further, but some of us, some of us is me, suffer from major skill issue-itis. My bad, I'll seek treatment. Outside of the tower, I've challenged many flaws of sheer defense on and off stream and took on a bunch of other side quests and challenges, all while following this rule set. Super enjoyed it, and honestly, Zenlezz combat is extremely good and fun to explore. Probably even more so when you're not limiting yourself. I'm not gonna stop the challenge, but I'm not sure if I'll keep making videos in this style moving forward if I do tackle season 2. I feel like we kinda reached the limit of what can be done without it becoming, you know, a bit stale. I might take on the challenge on stream moving forward while making highlights and make a more dedicated video in this style if a new cool mode drops, for example, that has, you know, a bunch of new content to explore. Still not fully decided, and if anyone has any like thoughts or ideas or any sort of about the challenge, about anything moving forward, if maybe you don't even want to fucking see season 2, you know, that type of thing, drop it in the comments. I always read them and I'm, you know, kind of interested in what the vibe is. But I guess I'll stop fucking yapping and start killing things. Once you beat Nevaeh one last time, you unlock the Inferno Reap, where you can re-challenge her 2 last time. In Inferno Reap, you have 3 minutes to deal as much damage to an infinite respawning Nevaeh to achieve as high of a high score as possible. Any Razonia sets obtained in Hollow Zero runs against Nevaeh can be equipped to help achieve big damage numbers on the Weird Flower Lady monster. Sanbi put on a decent 10 million damage, but we all know that there is a way to pump these numbers even further beyond. Miyabi. One last rodeo? We can go fox for fox because we don't give no fox. Hell yeah, baby. While Miss Hashimi Miyabi bullies the local fauna, I just wanted to say thank you for watching and hope you enjoyed this saga. If you did, a cheeky like or a sub would be greatly appreciated, and I really do hope to see you join me for our next adventure. Goodbye for now, and I fare thee well, my fellow proxies.